ready.
Dumbass that I am, forgot that I turned off my microphone so it would reboot. Hello there, hello everyone. A little later than usual today. I did start my streams earlier to try and get some rest time, but it seems that today was a rather busy day. Couldn't get a wink of sleep tonight. Probably the purple, probably Otias. But anyway, welcome everyone once again to our daily Limbus Company Mirror Dungeon and book reading. Today we are going to be using the middle again, but this time we got Otias. Well, that's right, we got a full team of the middle, ready to deploy, ready to destroy. Our plan today is to go as far as we can with this team without any blessings, without any grace of the stars, without starting gifts, and see how powerful this team really is in the mirror dungeon. Now, again, I apologize for the lateness of my stream, since I had to go out somewhere today to solve something, and it took longer than I expected, so the stream is a little later than usual, but here we are. So today we're gonna again use the middle. We have used the middle several times now, but we're gonna be analyzing the idea of Otias, or the middle nurse father from the House of Spiders. Of course, I have skipped her idea of tie yesterday because we were doing the railway, but today we're gonna be looking at it. And let's go. I will not use the voice changer for this one. All right, buddy, is that you? It's you, right? Yes, she is. Have you no eyes? Now be silenced, you braggadocio is as distracting as ever. She has reached the end of her homeward journey. Ha! You've got some fucking air coming after that you pulled when you left. The hell? You let some fools beat your ass out there? Why are you so bloody up? Who the fuck is that rat? Who dare to hurt our... Has the collaborator been evacuated? Yes, moved to a separate location. As planned. Researcher of the LC department recalled the request relayed by the collaborator. No need to try to kill the intruders, only to slow them down as much as possible. Every second helps. Engaging the intruders directly, even with ego gear, proved to be mostly ineffective. Some managed to take advantage of the uniqueness inherited between certain ego gears to catch the intruders off guard and buy some time, but most did not fare so well. Ember status? True intruders have infiltrated the hallway that makes it by targets. So the LC decided to adopt certain methodologies employed by another department. Hello, Moises. Hello, Angelic Intelligence. Hello, Ongezelling. How are you all doing today? Now, and release the abnormalities, the monsters that were born of humanity. Dang, it's only got a hella hot in here. What the heck is that? Ah, here I was wondering when she grew so fond of playing tag after hating it all her life. When? Oh, we were talking about Ryosha. Well, I actually prepared a fun little toy for me to play with. A great embered moth blocked Nurse Father's way. Its swooping wings fluttering ponderously in the air. The room soon fills with heat haze, tongues of flame licking through the hallway corner to corner, with each beating of its wings. Too bad, because this one is not as bad as that monster from back when. My little sis, you've not been to the ruins before, have you? Oh, I have read it of it a few times in the book, but never has set foot in it today. And that creature, I've not seen anything like it. You're scared, are you? Of course not. A giant of lava. I can see now how we could have killed the great brother of ages past. Indeed, this is the most fitting foe to be given a labor designation from the middle. Ha! But now that your three siblings are here, not even such a monstrous creature will be spared from the middle's vengeance. Damn, girl, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's very funny that even the creatures from the outskirts in the ruins are not exempt from the Book of Vengeance. Imagine you go out in the outskirts with your middle brothers and you're flipping through a book and you're like, what are we here hunting again? All right, it's the giant made of needles and swords. How are we supposed to punch a giant made of needles and swords? Very carefully. That's crazy. Hello, Spinkle. I do believe this is your first time here on the stream, unless I am mistaken. I welcome you here. Anyway, it seems like it's jumping between timelines here where... Sorry about that. Forgot my phone near my microphone. Anyway, it seems to be jumping between timelines where Matthias do get in the sword and Ryoshu, because from what I understood from the House of the Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu, it's that it is a Ryoshu that joined Limbus company, but she was captured again. It is your first time, so welcome to the stream. Anyway, girl, that's what I'm talking about. Like I always say, kids got a bright future ahead of her. Then, shall we get right to Junior? We're not in any rush. Let's take a little look around the place before we get down to the business. We're in the ruins, for crying out loud. Great brother, great sister, you must both understand how much our family suffers when our absence becomes prolonged. Don't worry about it, kiddo. That's what family is. They can afford to make a little sacrifice if it's for one of us. Ain't that right? Great brother, I, Otis, shall etch your words into my heart. Oh my. So I think you deserve a little credit. Haven't had a plating this hot in a hot minute, haha. The nurse father's purple tattoos begin to emit light, like they've caught on fire. And the beastly foot formed by layers upon layers of tattoos crush the weakened ground that had partially melted from the heat. Oh no. The beastly foot formed by layers upon layers of tattoos. If you reach a critical mass of tattoos, does it just mutate your body part? With a foom, she takes off into the wall of fire, not searching for a passage through the blaze, but the center of it where the fire burns the hottest, reaching out for the incandescent crimson wings. Mama, remember, kiddo, you see these enemies collecting stacks of something? That's the first thing you gotta go for. So what now? We all saw the sorry state my ticket's in. That doesn't mean the Project House of Spider has essentially fallen true. Now's hardly the time to worry about that. We have to avenge her. Look at what they've done to my buddy if you don't settle the score. Yeah, and how are you gonna pull that off, huh? What, are you gonna make enemies all 5 fingers at once? Give me a fucking break. Stop, please. This is inane contention elsewhere. I have enough distractions as it is. Nothing but a delay ending to a tale. The plan remains unchanged, though perhaps this calls for a reinvention of certain parenting techniques. I don't know what your cowards are yapping away behind that monster, but hey, what do you think? Mama's badass, isn't she? The intruder has destroyed entity 00127's wing. I thought out releasing the evidence we could buy enough time for the collaborator, but I'm not so certain now. Kiddo, don't activate those thermal blades for this one. It's a fire monster, huh? It's probably immune to heat. Yeah, burn debuff generally doesn't stick on fire type enemies, even those games were played together. And I should have given a good kick like Mama. Kiddo, if you want to dish out as much damage as Mama does, you're gonna need some more leg augmentations and tattoos. Fine, just try some new moves on the mag today. Appreciate the toy, but it's getting a bit old. Well then. As the eldest brother, I claim the sword as mine. Sure. It's not like there's anyone else who can wield that thing. We don't have the aptitude for it, little sis here and I. Anyways, put that back. We can pick up that sword on your way back. Just one look at the monster tells me fire won't do jack. Yeah, I guess we gotta handle the junior sister labor first. So, sister, tell me about the monster crimes. Has brought harm to a great brother of the middle and goes without reading, but that is a crime punishable by complete and immediate execution. What's funny about this idea that can do add more evidence to the Otis betrayal theory? Pretty much. We're gonna read the Odyssey after we finish the crime and punishment. The crime and punishment is taking a long time, but and we're gonna get a bit of information about Otis. But from what I recall, she only really cares about getting back to her family. So Limbus company is just a means to an end. If she has to throw Limbus company under the bus to get back to her wife and family, she will do it. I'm starting to think Matthias just cut his daughter in half for the love of the game and not to guarantee a fatal strike. Did Matthias even do any damage to anyone other than Kira with that cut? No, he did not. He tried to use that as an opportunity, but Vespa was faster. And Vespa also had, backup. Aha, there it is. I'll admit I had fun flaming Moth Monster, a bunch of bookish nerds wearing what appear to be bizarre workshop gears, but that's barely an appetizer. Tell you what, I was supposed to be sorely disappointed with this paltry spectacle, but it looks like you got more up your sleeve. So that man next to you is supposed to be your ticket out of this, huh? As the terms of our contract state, I am to protect you from that individual, correct? Very well, 2 officers off a finger. This should be manageable. Oh, yo! Mama, I recognize that duo. I saw him in the Fixer of the Year nominees section in the Fixer Insights mag. He's a Section 1 Fixer of the Y Association, known to have a squeaky clean record in single client bodyguard mission. That's so. Sounds like I finally found someone worth unboxing for. Over here, Junior. Great bro's got a good grip on the shithead. Now's your chance, guys. The Junior's mind raced. This is an opening, but striking the monster lava exterior does next to nothing. She has to go for its core, the origin of the flame that burned so hot that it just feels about ready to devour the whole world. But, as things are now, she can't get a good handle on it. At least, not by herself. Let us attack in tandem, sister. Sorry, Junior, but I'm out of gas. Can't take much of a single step right now. Look like it's up to you. But the Junior of the past saw it then. Adjust the arc of her kick by just a hair. And she could land a hit on the monster's core. It's just that it also carved a path straight to the Great Brother's heart. And in that moment, indeed, in that very moment of realization, a certitude struck the Junior like a flash of lightning. I see now. To think our Great Brother himself would go for that far for my sake. Yes, what else could it have meant? The Great Barber, moved by boundless fraternal devotion, had chosen to sacrifice himself to become the very stepping stone by which this Junior would shatter the monster's core. Hey, kiddo, I'm starting to lose my grip here. Mind wrapping this up, kiddo? Quick? Of course, brother. Your directive will be carried out to the T right this instant. Right, hurry up and... Objectively speaking, there was no need to destroy the core right that instant. After all, exhaustion was beginning to become apparent in the monster after Chirio's relentless assault, and the Junior had no doubt that her strong brother still had more in him to give. As for the Great Sister, she had only overdrawn the power of her tattoos in a moment of urgency. Nothing someone of her caliber couldn't manage, given a little time. She was back on her feet. But the Junior disregarded that line of thinking. Envy, jealousy. The Junior poured the full force of her tattoos into her leg, which soon began to emit a rippling, shimmering purple glow. And in her mind, in her eyes, a singular image burned hotter than lava. The sight of the Great Brother and his triumphant laughter as he claimed the sword as his own. Oh, wait, Junior, your kick's going straight for... Huh? Kiddo, why? Oh, but brother, you did say that family can afford to make a little sacrifice if it's for one of them. Oh, what have you done? Sis, don't tell me... Listen, why don't you put that down so we can... The Great Sister, who was desperately scratching something into her book, slumped to the ground right where she stood. Silence fell upon the ruins. The only sound that could be heard was the soft turning of pages. A moment later, the Junior let out a breath of relief. Every grudge scar in the Book of Vengeance is shared across every other one. Put another way, an unrecorded grudge is no grudge at all. Although one of the lines the Great Sister had jotted down, the situation is not dire, clung to the back of her mind. The Junior decided not to give it too much thought. You aided me on my pilgrimage, and even wielded the super sick sword of legend. I must say, dearest siblings of mine, great siblings of mine, you are just the best. As though proving the Apprentice's magazine trivia true, his wife Fixer, who was said to never have failed a single client bodyguard mission, held firm against the Nurse Father, a great sister of the middle. Meanwhile, with each passing minute, the Nurse Father her knees gnawed deeper. Her search for a certain someone had led her to storm this research facility in an unknown location, but she could not be stalled here forever, because she had to reach a designated back door before the appointed time. Perhaps the pressure of time was what spurred her sword. As her movement began to show signs of frustration, as if on cue, however, the apprentice of the House of Spiders somehow managed to spot an opening in the Picker's guard and launch herself to tie the opponent's feet. What you gonna do about it now? I read up about that gimmick in a mag. The shooting is pulling every 10 blocks, right? How did you... Mama, now! Good girl. Mama, remember, kiddo? Lavatane. In the blink of an eye, the smoldering sword slashed through the apprentice's flesh and bones, melting and cleaving through everything it touched, until it reached the Fixer's head and cut it off. There was the flicker of hesitation in the trajectory of the attack. From the start, the Nurse Father had never considered half measures, taking an arm or a leg. After all, doesn't always eliminate a threat. Adjust the arc of the sword by just a hair to decapitate the opponent with 100% certainty. We're family. A little sacrifice ain't a thing between us. The Nurse Father wholeheartedly believed it, that no sacrifice is too great if it's for one's family. What were the lives of her apprentice and her daughter before that truth? Alright, and that leaves just you. A once white ribbon flutters to the ground, fire eating away at its edges until it becomes a charred black. Your fault that my buddy fell sick. You made our own daughter hate us. It all began because you were born. Because you came to the House of Spiders. Isn't that right, Yoshihide? I picked up the charred ribbon and tucked it against my chest. These apprentices had been raised and nurtured to replace me, or perhaps to face me. But I had no sympathy left in me to spare for them. I spent it all feeling sorry about my own life, wasted as a mere replacement for my Mon. There was no room left in me for pity. You and the other nurse fathers still don't understand what Mon truly cherished. No, you're the one who doesn't know the first thing about my daughter. My buddy and I lived together in this roof for decades longer. I don't know about her other nurse fathers, but my parental love for my daughter, it has always been completely earnest. All you have to do is submit quietly and be completed. That'll make us truly happy. Both us, nurse fathers, and my precious daughter. You really think that's what Mon wants? What a stupid question. It's all grandstanding, isn't it? You don't even know what you're saying. What are you robbing us of? I've heard enough, and I'll destroy everything. That relic, those chains, the juvenile collection of toys, your life. I will find every last one of the things that you hold dear and destroy them. Ha! Bring it on! I'll be damned if I let you take even a single scrap from me. Now, who's Mon? There is two theories here. Either is... Let me eat my banana. Very good. Now, two theories. One, it's Araya. We're talking about Araya. But in middle father here called Yoshihide by name. So, idea is Yoshihide escaped. Granted that she, cut off her arm and all that, and all the other nurse fathers have, broken stuff. Like Yiseng has the chopped up face. We don't have the super cool sword for Callisto. Matthias here doesn't have her arm. I assume Yoshihide did manage to escape, but this is a timeline where she did not have Araya. Instead of Araya being the thing that kept her, sane and, I'm gonna do things for good because I have something to love now. It was her actual mother that... instead of being a bitch and antagonizing her daughter so that she would move away from the House of Mirrors as planned, she actually loved Ryoshu. And that love, well, they use it against her, so she escaped. And now she's back, and she probably joined Limbus company to try and get power to, take vengeance, but it didn't go so well, and they managed to capture her and shove her back into the time vault and complete her as the Muga Ryoshu that they wanted. That's my idea. Which is, it reflects a little bit in the original story. We have read it here on the channel. What's it called? Toshiyome become good, is rather she didn't become evil, or rather she didn't play evil. The main point of Shiomi in the timeline in our world, our timeline, was that she antagonized and made Ryoshu's life a living hell at every moment because she wanted Ryoshu to resent them, to not create any bond whatsoever to the House of Spiders, so that when she eventually had enough and broke free, she would do so with no regrets, nothing holding her back. But then she went and got Araya. They made Araya, right? Or put it on her way, whatever. I don't know. They were trying to make like a substitute for Ryoshu in case the project didn't go well. So they cloned her, made Araya. Araya had some time ability, but not enough apparently. And Ryoshu either found her, or Araya found her, or someone put her there so Ryoshu would find it. Don't know what happened. So Ryoshu got Araya. Ryoshu created some parental feelings for her, reflecting once again the book, the Hell Screen, where Yoshihide only cared about his daughter and nothing else. And that caused Ryoshu, okay, I'm gonna put you in the vault because I know it's safe, because I have a high timeline perception, whatever thing. So put you in the time vault. I'll be right back because I know the time vault is safe because it was safe for me. I'll be right back. It will be like a moment. We'll go leave the Nurse Fathers. I'm gonna cut everyone up. I'm gonna break Callisto's sword. I'm gonna cut up Rian's face, remove Mattia's arm, break Valentina's eye, and kill my mother because she deserves it, because she's been antagonizing me my entire life. And then I'm gonna join a bigger group. And then when I have enough power from this group that I joined, I will come back and take Araya back. And for Araya, it will only have been like a few moments at best. And we know how that went. Spoilers for Kanto 9. Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu. My idea is that she did not have Araya, but because this timeline still has to reflect the original tale somehow, the original story, Ryoshu, instead of antagonizing Yoshihide, Ryoshu, for her entire life to make her hate everything, she loved her above everything else. And then when she had to leave, I assume that Shiomi sacrificed herself or similar, or she was to be the original Muga wielder, something like that. She left, she left the House of Spiders, did the exact same thing as Ryoshu in our timeline did, and then when she came back, she joined Limbus company in this other timeline, and they came back to get her. She got defeated or captured, or something happened where she got shoved in the time vault again so that it could complete the project. And well, it ended up her just killing every single Nurse Father and becoming what they wanted her to be. So that's my theory. That's how I look at it. All right. So now that we have seen this lovely, lovely backstory, let's take a look at her kit and try to understand how she works. I am not going to be reviewing every middle member again, as we have already done that in the past. So we're just going to take a quick look at Otia's here. So 285 HP, 65 defense level, resistant to blunt but fatal against spears. Right. She got envy. Everything is envy except her skill 1. Literally everything is purple on her. Every single attack is purple. Got it. So don't expect anything other than purple. Skill 1. Let's check the passive first, alright? This unit is considered as an identity that inflicts burn and bleed. If this unit has first skill removed or second skill removed, skills that inflict bleed are considered as skills that inflict both burn and bleed. So we can, get effects from 2 different ego gifts. I believe it's pretty much the same as yours, on I think Arise, Show Me is in the timeline where she speaks using SMA and so on and song. We're going for scissors. So much purple. Upon entering the encounter for the first time, gain Sealed Sword. With each seal is removed from the sword, gain Rising Fever corresponding to Unsealing Stage. Rising Fever is lose 1 stack when meeting one of the following conditions, once per turn. Using the Step of Vengeance skill, at turn end after activating 6 Envy Resonance Plus, at 0 stack, use the Time to Unpack skill. So, similar to Callisto, we have a timer to activate our sword unsealing. So every time we zero our Rising Fever, we unlock it. And we unlock it by using Stamp of Vengeance, including activation via counter, and 6 Envy Resonance. So we can theoretically unpack it twice per turn by using a skill tree and with a counter and a resonance. Not entirely sure. At the first one, we gain Rising Fever. How much Rising Fever will we start with? Just was removed from the sword. We don't remove any, I guess. Anyway, let's see. When following condition of Math, lose 1 Rising Fever, oppose Step of Vengeance, 6 reason or face, use Time to Unpack, then oppose attack at skill end. Turn 0 at 0 to 5, and this is fail to use Time to Unpack. That turn, use Time to Unpack, and next turn, combat start. Congratulations, Moises! We are all purple here. When the decision has Sealed Sword at less 80% pay, use Time to Unpack regardless of Rising Fever stack. Okay, so alright. I think we can only... less than 80% use Time to Unpack regardless of Rising Fever stack. So if you're below 80% health, she's gonna unpack the sword regardless of what we do. And we can unpack it again if we get a Step of Vengeance or Envy Resonance of 6. At 50% HP, gain 3 Ridiculous Grit. Max attack for 3. Fix any attack type resistance that exceeds normal to normal. That's staggered. Takes less damage based on our tattoos. And on Clash Winnie, he heals an additional SP. If this unit lost speed this turn due to its skill effect, deal 10% more damage next turn. We have 3 turns of the ridiculous greed. Okay. When staggered for the first time in this encounter, recover from stagger at turn end and gain 15 grudges, excluding for staggers. At 15 grudges, replace the base skill of these units with Stamp of Vengeance or complete and total extermination 3 times per encounter. Applies only on the skill on the leftmost bottom row of the dashboard. This effect does not activate either Stamp of Vengeance or complete and total extermination is already on the affected slot. Buried in the deepest reaches of the city are the ruins. Delve past a certain depth and you are no longer in the city. This is a shard of a sword once wielded by one of the End Watchers who inhabited the ruins, awaiting the coming apocalypse. Only a fragment, but within it in their immense power lies slumbering, untouched, unmarred. So you once told me, yes, my other siblings, this legendary sword is indeed quite badass. Excuse me, End Watchers? The apocalypse? Very interesting. Parenting. If the House of Spiders, the Middle Apprentice Ishmael is on the field alongside this unit, activate the following effects. On Clash Wing gain, check this out, kiddo, once per turn. If it was the first skill that this unit used in that turn, gain additional check this out. On hit, using a skill, gain another check this out. Once per turn, does not gain check this out from using cracked coins. What is check this out? Reduced by 1 when this unit is hit by true skills. At 5+ stack, base skills gain final power +1. Blunt skills deal more damage. Alright, she's just self-buff. Effects apply only to the House of Spiders, the Middle Apprentice. When Ishmael wins the clash, Ishmael gains I got praised. If it was the first skill Ishmael used turn, she gains another 1. On hit, using Ishmael's skill, Ishmael gains 1 I got praised. Same as before. And when hit, they both apply buffs to each other. Got it. That's very nice. Psyche the middle. If this unit is defeated at encounter start, or if this unit is defeated during this encounter, later House Spiders Realtor gains the following: 1 entanglement, takes less damage, and gains offensive level up when hit. Thanks, kiddo. When this unit has Lavatain, which is our big sword, when an ally that has less than 20% HP loses a clash against an enemy, use Good Girl. Your sacrifice for the family won't be forgotten. Skill that targets the enemy as the main target and the said ally as the sub-target once per encounter. The House of Spiders, the Middle Apprentice Ishmael has 30% condition instead of a 20. She just kills her faster, got it. If the skill killed an ally in the middle, gain 1 envy damage up next turn. If the skill killed the House of Spiders, the Middle Apprentice Ishmael, gain Avenging My Family next turn. Envy-based skills do more damage, gains final power, and she gains envy damage up. How lovely that she just kills it. So anyway, it just goes for show that Matthias literally is the worst nurse father, because while the others are twisted and bad parents in their own way, this is the one that is more than willing to throw you under the bus if it means he gets what he wants. He literally will kill you if it means getting a chance to kill your opponent, because he has done this before and he will do it again. It is a traitor in every sense of the word. Book of Vengeance, the House of Spiders special clause. A turn end applies the vengeance mark that we know and love to the enemy that deals the most skill damage to an ally. Apply Book of Vengeance, the House of Spiders, on the unit that dealt the most skill damage onto this unit. Combat start, we gain a grudge for every resonance from maximum of 7. If the following conditions are met during the combat phase, gain true grudges. When this unit is hit by another unit's skill, when the House of Spiders, the Middle Apprentice is hit, if the following conditions are met during the combat phase, gain another grudge. This unit and House of Spiders getting hit do not count toward either condition below. When the middle ally is hit by another unit's skill, when the House of Spiders ally is hit by another unit's skill, once per identity. When this unit gains the middle grudge, if the target has vengeance mark, gain additional stack of the middle grudge. Gain 1 the middle vengeance to Great Sister every time this unit consumes 5 middle grudges. Effects only apply to the House of Spiders, gives her more grudges. Got it, I understand. And her passive is apply damage up and protection of allies that equip counter skills. If the affected ally is in the middle, apply true envy damage up and true protection instead. So even if she's benched, she's turbocharged in the middle. So it's really good. To be honest, I think Lumping has some magical aura farm where the person's beginner's luck is always active, like you got for Galotias and turn rolls low, but I got her in turn rolls only. Limbus is very generous with its rolls. Again, they want to make money, of course, it's a gacha game, otherwise they wouldn't have made a gacha game, but their objective, like I said, is to go far, not to rise high. So they're not looking to obtain insane amounts of cash, they're just want to maintain so they can keep making it. That's the whole point. Alright, let's check out her skills, which is purple. Hell, everything is purple. Everything is purple. My god, there's so much purple. Jesus Christ, there's so much purple. Alright, skill 1, Stumpy. 3 base power, 4 coin power, 2 coins, Blunt Lust. That is a nice 11 roller, 62 offense level, gains coin power based on burn and bleed on the target, 2 levels of escalation, so this goes for the classic 11, 13 to 15. If we have middle tattoo, we convert the coin chew into unbreakable. On use, we heal our own sanity, inflicts bleed count, inflicts bleed, and if we have the tattoos, we inflict bind. I'll gut you like a fish is Levitane's exclusive skill. Same as before, 11 roller with 2 levels of escalation, gaining offense level based on the highest resonance divided by 2. It inflicts bleed on coin hit. Or if you have the tattoos, gain burn equal to the number of coins in this skill. Attack end loses SP. Oh, interesting. It loses SP. All right. Inflicts bleed count, raises stagger threshold, inflicts burn, inflicts paralyze. Very good. Very nice. Very powerful. We have paralyze is always good to have. Now let's get into the purple Myers. Don't let something like this break you. 4 base power, 4 coin power, 3 coins, Blunt Envy with a 63 offense level. That is a very nice 16 roll. Has 2 levels of escalation based on burn and bleed on the target. So we got 16, 19, and then a 22. This skill gains offense level based on the resonance, so purple. Convert this skill coins equal to the amount of tattoos that we have into unbreakables, beginning from coin 3. If this unit sword is at first seal remove or second seal remove stage, inflict burn by the base amount of bleed the skill inflicts on coin hit. Inflicts bleed, paralyze, bind, and if we have the tattoos, we deal extra blunt damage based on the burn plus bleed on target. Gut Stab Levitane. 3 base power, 3 coin power, 5 coins. 5 coins is crazy. That is a 15 plus 3, that is 18 of Envy Blunt. Even though she uses a sword, she's still dealing blunt damage, which is, you know, just so that they can all synergize together. If the target has burn and bleed, we gain additional power, 4 plus, right? So 15, 18 goes to a 19. Gains aggro, gains burn, and loses SP, inflicts burn, bleed, bind, and paralyze. Very nice. So while this technically rolls lower than this one, it has an additional hit, which means it does more damage, but it does roll lower than Don't Let Something Like This Break Ya, which is interesting. But assuming that she's in Levitane mode, she's going to be gaining like a shit ton of buffs that we're going to read once we understand how do we get to Levitane. Let's check skill tree. Stamp of Vengeance. 4 base power, 3 coin power, 4 coins, Blunt Envy, 64 attack offense level. 3, that is a 12 plus a 14, that's a 16 base roll. We gain final power based on burn and bleed on the target to a maximum of 3. So 19. At 6 plus Envy resonance, we gain coin power. So from the 19, this becomes a 23. If this unit has Levitane, we use complete and total extermination. We gain offense level equal to highest resonance. Final power for every tattoo oneself to a plus 3, so we can go to 26 here with Stamp of Vengeance. We convert to Unbreakable based on our tattoo vengeances. If this unit has the first seal or second seal stage, we inflict burn, consume all the grudge on self. If the skill was activated as a counter, we gain a blunt damage up next turn. And that is it. So when we consume our grudges, which should be somewhere around here. Where is it? Yeah, every 5 grudges we consume, we gain a tattoo, and we can generate up to 15. So at 15, we use our skill tree, we consume the grudges to make tattoos. Got it. Complete and total extermination. 4 base power, 3 coin power, 5 coins, unbreakable, Envy Blunt with a 65 offense level exclusive to Levitane. That's 15, that is 19. We gain final power based on burn and bleed on the target. So that is 23. No, 22, sorry. 22. The skill gains of middle highest resonance. This unit has Vengeance Tattoo, we gain a coin power of 1, so it goes up to 27. This unit has the middle Vengeance Tattoo, we inflict additional bleed. Gain number of burn equal to this. Customs the grudges. This skill will activate as a counter, gain blood damage up. Very powerful. I'm not gonna read all this, but it just deals extra slash damage. Very powerful, very powerful. And time to unpack. Time to unpack is the skill that we're gonna be using when we activate Rising Fever. It is a 4 base power, 3 coin power, 4 coins, leaving it at a 12 plus 4, that is 16. Cannot be reused, does not have any escalation because one-sided attack. And we remove the seal from the sword at attack end. And it inflicts envy fragility on the enemy, because why not? And finally, the team killing skill, Good Girl, your sacrifice for the family won't be forgotten. It's a 16 base power with a 2 coin power, single coin, blunt envy, Lavating exclusive. Cannot be used if you don't have Lavating. So we are rolling here a 819. Cannot be reused. Gain final power based on burn and bleed on the targets, up to 3. So 7, 8, that goes to a 21. Final power plus 1 for every middle vengeance tattoo on self, maximum of 3, 25. If the middle apprentices are among the targets, she deals double damage. We consume all the grudges and gain 5 grudges after. If the target's killed, we gain 10 grudges. If the target's blunt res is below normal, treat it as normal. Deal blunt damage equal to 100% of this coin final damage. So it just deals a shit ton of damage. Much like every envy, much like every middle unit, they have good clashes because, like, baseline their numbers seem weak, honestly, compared to some of all the other ones that we're getting nowadays. But they always are gaining offense level up, they're always gaining power-ups, so they roll much higher than it's written here, but it requires activation otherwise. So this is one of the most team-dependent things that exists, because if you don't get purple, you don't get the power-ups. Rule violation, the counter that has reduced my house's spider Ryoshu into a fine paste, into a shape several times. 4 base power, 6 coin power, double coin, that is a 16 roller. If we have 6 plus envy resonance, we use Stamp of Vengeance or Complete and Total Extermination as a counter. We gain 30% of our missing HP as a shield, we inflict bleed, and we lower the user's attack threshold by 10. Alright, so that's how she works. As she's very similar to the House of Spiders, the Middle Apprentice, she gets hit or someone gets hit, she gains grudges. You use your skill tree, either as a counter or something else, to transform your grudges into tattoos that will grant you power-ups. Her unsealing mechanic is incredibly simple. You gain a counter, and every time you meet the condition for the counter, the counter will go down. The counter here is called Rising Fever. If you use Stamp of Vengeance, which is your skill tree, including when you use it as a counter, or when you get 6 envy absolute resonance, the counter will go down. Once the counter reaches 0, you will use your time to unpack as a unopposed attack against the enemy. If you are below 80% HP, you will use time to unpack regardless of the stacks of Rising Fever. So if she's like 80% lower health, you can have her unpack twice in a single turn. But we have to notice something. Lavatain. Lavatain inflicts 3 burn on all units on the field. Right? It deals bonus damage based on bleed on target. It deals more damage if the target has a lot of burn and bleed. This is the dangerous part here. These 3 burn. Every turn, everyone in the field, including allies, will gain 3 burn. Might not be a lot, especially if you're using the middle, because they can put up shields for their counters, but it will grind you down on longer fights. Now, we have eagles equipped, we have our goobers here. Let's give them some support, shall we? We are a blunt, burn, and bleed team. Starting with Iseng. The middle kind of does their own thing with sanity. They really don't lose any sanity, they kind of regenerate sanity like crazy. So we really don't have anything here that is very good for supporting them. We could take, for example, this guy, which, if I recall correctly, gives us some whack-ass healing based on speed. So no, we're not. The middle isn't very fast. They can be fast, but they're not very fast. What do I do with you say? I could put the Leo Association just because of the burn, but it's a resonance of Wrath, and we're not using Wrath. We could use the Ring Pointless just for the little bit of sanity we get. I guess we're gonna go with that. Faust is going to... let's see. Lobotomy Eagle Regret, if I recall, is less clash power against enemy with 3 negative effects. We do inflict burn, bleed, and several marks, so that one is an extra clash power for us. Ryoshu has the Liu Association, has this, but only activating a Revenant. This is a little bit of healing every time we use purple, which is literally every time, so I don't see why we shouldn't use that. This one requires a Resonance. This one, what do you do as a passive anyway? Mr. I erase everything with my sword. Give Poise Potency, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go with a tiny little bit of healing since we are using counters. We will take some chip damage over time, at least until we get the Ego Gifts to counteract that. And we could also take this for more haste. Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of support for that. Leo Association does give us some burn. I like this lowest speed. I guess it will spread the burn around. We do have burn units. You already know what this is for him. There is literally nothing else that is better for Honglu unless you have some very specific loadout. For support, it is a Think Tank gang leader. Same for Rodion, that is extra damage for no reason. It's not even a resonance. And for Gregor, we are going to be taking... That isn't the heal based on charge, yeah. $3 usually pay to some charge account each. Nah, I can't use it. Can't use it. Well, this will actually support slowest speed deals 3% damage to their fourth and subsequent coins. The slowest one usually is Merso, and Merso doesn't have a 4-coiner, so let's go with Fire Fist Office Survival. It's Resonance, no. Yep, there's not much here. When we have a full team like this, we don't have much in the way of support passives because we're deploying a lot of units, so we really don't need those support passives. Alright. I have some more burn. Yeah, but burn is not our main thing. Our main thing is Blunt Envy. And again, apply more burn compared to 20% extra damage is unfortunately the thing that it is, but you know. We have but one achievement to go here. Well, a couple actually. We have to complete the dungeon with several fusion recipe only tier Ego Gifts. And since we're using burn and bleed, we could fuse them, but only bleed, not burn. Burn, we have 3 units with burn only. If you had a few more, it would be better, but we only have 3 units with burn, so no burn for us. But we can get the bleed and the blunt one, and any other fusion recipe that we think of, that I can think of. From the top of my head, the middle has 2 fusion gifts, so we can get up to 4, and we can think about 6 others along the way that we can make. We have to clear the dungeon once at the floor 10. Hopefully we'll be done today. Loadout is pretty much complete. Drop is pretty much complete. Combat, we have one that is dealing 20,000 damage in a single hit, which should be possible once we get to the extreme floors. Again, let's deploy. Enough talking, enough yapping. Let's get down with it. We have a full team. We do not need the gifts here. We are only going to taking our funny little temporal bridle here because it's very good. And we're not going to start with any gifts. I want to start with these, which would allow us to fuse, and honestly I should, but this will pretty much make sure that we don't have to take the, what's it called? It's at the top of my mind. It is the Nocturnal Sweeping Pack, which would be very nice. But no. We're not taking it. We could take it, but we're not taking it. The full thing as we have is very powerful, so we don't really have to worry too much. Again, rules of the dungeon. We are deploying a full team here, so we do not need the Grace of the Stars or starting gifts, even though I was tempted by it. Second rule, we are going to try and go as far as we can. If our team gets wiped out after floor 5, that is game over. Let's see. Anything else I'm forgetting? No. We're gonna go for Faith and Erosion immediately. Faith and Erosion has a very powerful gift for the middle, which is that main, Blood Red main. So let's go for... We need money. We're gonna need money since we are alone. Gotta do like 3 other mirror dungeons and then I'll be set for floor 15 solo tomorrow. Good luck. Let's deploy the big brothers first, followed by the apprentices and the father. Sorry, you two are father.
볼 것도 없이 처형이군.
Now, one thing I want to say that is very interesting about OT is here is the fact that she says that like, a little sacrifice is nothing if it's for one of the family, which I suppose this will come to bite her in the ass. Not the main character Otis, but Ophia's, especially if since it is Otis and she wants to get her family back soon. There we go, unpack the first one because we did 6 envy and stamp of vengeance. Anyway, yeah, because I don't remember much about the Odyssey. I don't remember if I've ever read the Odyssey, but it is it's going to bite her in the ass, this whole I'm going to sacrifice someone else for family. This is gonna be very easy. I feel like this is gonna be very easy. The middle is incredibly powerful, has always been. Very nice, no problem. Full T makes the first floors incredibly easy, especially if the middle. I'm repeating myself. Today, by the way, I went, like I said, I went to the medic with my mother to accompany her. I bought a cool ring. Check this out. I bought a very cool ring today. I love it. It's nice. Look at it. You probably can't see it very well, but one day I have to do something. I have to increase the size of my screen here because I made this overlay by myself and all that. I wanted Limbus to have the full screen here, but that causes me to have the screen at a strange size. And so this kind of screws me up when I'm trying to edit videos because it is, again, the screen is in a weird size. And I'm not a VTuber, although I consider someday, and I can't put my avatar down here where Leihang usually is. Leihang is not here today because we're not using the thumb. They're already near the next development for Kenta 10, still no thumb by these. You know, they're a little late. Valentina took a wrong turn in the mirror, which was drinking, so they have to walk. I'm more interested about that Eagle Merso is gonna get, because that looks wildly different. Long hair Merso. We had sort of long hair Merso with the thumb salt, but damn. Some people are gonna go crazy for that Eagle, I can already tell. I'm more interested in about Ishmael pretending to be Asian again. She already has the Chinese ID, she has the Japanese ID, and now she has the Korean ID. She is literally taking over the entire Asian continent.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
Alright. The middle is also extremely fun, easy to play and fun because you just put purple and you're done. Especially because their counters hits like truck. So again, much like the Railway, and again, OTS came in clutch for me to beat the Railway, although I'm fairly sure I would be able to beat the Railway under the timer with any other team as well, but I decided to use her. We are in for a difficulty spike that is going to have so many people crying and PC and shitting on Twitter because, simply put, the director, last time he streamed and made like Manhera time, like he called it, said, I will do whatever the hell I want with my game. I could have sold it to China, and I didn't, so I will do whatever. And so I fully expect that Kento 10, and you can quote me on that. You can put me in the Book of Grudges if you want. I fully expect Kanto 10 will be the massive difficulty spike that we're gonna have if Railway was something to go for. And I didn't consider Railway that that difficult, honestly.
가능했군요.
It was fun. It was what I want from Project Moon, in all honesty. I want Project Moon to have hard fights, hard gimmick fights, which has always been, you know, the point of, for me, for Project Moon. Fun fights, gimmicky fights. Your I see. Your joke remains. It has been recorded. This is just a live feed of the Book of Vengeance down here. But no, it was a good joke. That's very nice. Anyway. I always like Project Moon for the gimmicky fights. They are the most fun I have in their games. Especially Library of Ruin, I loved it. So I expect Kanto 10 to be... I expect Kanto 10 to manifest Merso in my room, punch me, and steal my wallet. I will not be satisfied otherwise. Because again, we're getting a lot of powerful IDs, which alluding to the fact that we are going to be fighting really powerful things from now on. And I hope it's a plateau rather than a... You are going to be fighting the powerful thing and that's it. I hope it's a plateau of power rather than it's going to keep increasing, because at this point soon we will be fighting John Head and I don't want to fight the head. What kind of Canadians are located in the city? Well, if it goes anything but some of the lore that presented to us, it seems that the northern parts of the city are colder. This is something I'm planning for my tabletop as well. I want to play my campaigns and my characters in the cold. So I'm gonna have like a freak blizzard come over the city and cover it for like a year. The entire city becomes very cold and snowy. But yeah, the northern part of the city are the cold ones. I think Rhodia comes from the northern part, so you can assume that anything that is cold related is going to be up there. Purple! What if it was purple?
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠고.
쳐다보기에는 너무 멋있는 안 나가지고.
I love that she uses the projectile attack I used when I played as a kid with toy swords, where you swing your sheathed sword and send the scabbard flying like a projectile. I did that as a child a lot. It was very fun.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려. 13조 2항에 맞추려면 그게 세경이지.
What if it was even more purple? You're insane. You are crazy. It can't be more purple than it already is. If it goes any purpler than that, we're gonna have a problem.
재밌겠는데?
Oh my god, safety HOD. First of all, welcome to the stream. I welcome you here. Second of all, do not slander Merso like that. And I don't want to protect the French, but do not insult the French like that either. Do not do that. Come on, man. That's a low blow.
그렇지. 네가 긴장났지? 바로 그거다.
I am joking. This is a joke, okay? But yeah, no, don't do that. Don't slander it like this, man. That's horrifying. Why did you say that, HOD? Kill him.
바로 그거다 달래. 되겠냐고요.
Look at him glowing, going Super Saiyan. What if Super Saiyan but purple? What am I talking about? We already have Super Saiyan. You meaning to tell me that Shin isn't literally you going Super Saiyan? All right, we want this, and we want this. Yeah. On to the next floor. We are going to go for Hell's Kitchen because we got Clean Needle and Tread. That is excellent. We want money. Free healing on Stagger? I like that. Thank you.
더 어려운 건 없나?
Let's get some money. Is it gonna be floor first and floors extreme? What it says, it's going to be as far as the team can go.
처형이군.
We did not take any Grace of the Stars, and we did not take any starter gifts. But since we are deploying a full, very powerful team, we are going to go until the entire team is wiped out. If the entire team gets wiped out, we end the dungeon.
때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
I forgot to put a counter here. Oh well.
얼얼하지?
그래.
I kind of want to do this from now on, assuming I have the time, because I wanted to do these in previous daily streams, but I wasn't able to due to time constraints. But I want to do this every stream if I can, so that we can really squeeze these units out. Since we already done the review of every single ID in the game, now it's just reruns with whatever idea decided to go. And so I want to put them through the ringer, I want to put them through an endurance trial, really. Not something like solo, no Grace of the Stars, or something like that. That's sure, it's Quebecois a real thing? Yes. Unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately, French Canadians are a thing. I'm sorry you had to learn it this way, but unfortunately, they are real.
재밌겠는데?
Anyway, I want to put the teams through a actual challenge. If I'm doing a solo run, you know how solo runs usually go. You go well up until you have a hard counter, or you're using a unit that cannot evade and you get to the extreme floor and decide to take, I'm gonna take the adversity for less sanity because I like flagellating myself.
장부를
So,
펼칠 것도 없겠고.
from now on, if time allows me, we are going to take a team of characters and no Grace of the Stars, no starting gift, and take them as far as they go. The main objective will always be completing floor 5. That's baseline victory. Even the game acknowledges that. If you forfeit or fail the mirror dungeon at any point past floor 5, it counts as a victory. So, our main objective will always be to beat floor 5. Anything else than that, above that, is a bonus. That's why I want to do these with no Grace of the Stars. We beat floor 5 with a team, good. How far can you go? Can you reach extreme? If you can reach extreme, great. If you die in the extreme, very nice. They are real, I don't know which country they're from. They are from Canada. Quebec is a place in Canada.
그럼 끝이다.
이거 금강 맞지? 필살.
바로 그거다.
렛 브레이크 슬램.
Again, one more thing that I want to make it clear. This whole thing about going further than floor 5 is for fun. However, if something does require my attention, like today, there's good chance that I might have to drop the stream earlier because, again, life's busy and all that. But I want to try and start doing that. I'm not going to make like a promise I'm going to do that every time. I want to do that every time because I want to have a good time with you all here. But it takes time. You know that the extreme floors take a lot of time. Full things are a lot quicker, especially powerful things like the middle. So good chance that I can finish this today very well.
그쯤 해줬으니.
But if something does call my attention, like make dinner, or you have to fix something urgent, or anything else really, I literally have to go at that point. But we're still gonna do our book reading at the end. It's just being a weird little few days for me. Please be patient. Your streamer is trying his best. I'm still trying to wrangle with the audio issues I'm having because I was rewatching a few of my streams and I noticed that the audio was scuffed a little bit. Especially mine, because I don't know how to mess with this thing, to be entirely honest. I bought this condenser mic and I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, let's keep enough talk about what I can or will or won't do, and let's become purple together. I wonder how much envy resources we're gonna have the end of this stream.
준비한 기믹은 이게 다인가?
한 놈의
Kill that chicken.
죄가 너무 크고
거긴 킬존이다.
벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들을 처형한다.
한 줄 긋지.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I have a video that I've been watching a lot from Limbus Company that it has been permanently stuck into my mind, and now I am going to subject you all to
3일
it.
시작.
Give me but a moment to get it up. Get it up here on the stream. Is it gonna be on my liked videos, I suppose? Yeah, liked videos.
72조 사망 디행 사야. 이 확인된 강화 실수.
That is a lot of chicken.
죽을 때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
Alright, I found the video. I'm gonna subject you all to this now.
그래.
Because it has been stuck in my mind forever. I think if people call it hemming it. I hate to use the term, but it's what it is.
끝이다.
So I'm going to subject your brain matter to this for a moment. Just give me a second. So I have to mute Limbus first, because I'm gonna use my desktop audio instead of the. There we go. Display capture. Disable Limbus. Lower that. This has been stuck into my mind for a while now. Lovely. I love that video so much. All right, resuming the stream. We left one bongi in the pursuit of death.
쳐다보고
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
That video has been stuck in my mind ever since I watched it for the first time. It is still stuck on it. I use mic spam in the, it was my voice mod, which is the thing I use for my microphone here, to spam it when I'm playing, what's it called? Abiotic Factor with my friends. I wish it could be my background. I don't have many art assets that I can use for background. All right, Rupture, I'll take it. We don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We take the horse. We eat that horse. I need stone tomb. Stone tomb. Burial curse. We have a 6 deploy unit now. We can actually make use of some of the blunt eagles. That is insanely good. 4.
볼 것도 없이 처형이군.
Papa Bongi, you will be punished. Your name is in the book. What book? The book. The cookbook of... I'm bringing out the cookbook of vengeance. This chicken has been marked for death. It shall be roasted.
그쯤 해줬으니 포장지 한번 벗겨야겠군.
나 참 주먹질만 한다고 능사가 아니야. 발길질도 섞어야지.
Yeah, that is a 6 deployed unit. It gives him a good power up, which he needs because it's an older unit. A lot of these ego gifts are designed somewhat to benefit units that you are likely to put last on the selection, because usually you put your more powerful ones at the beginning, because the more powerful gifts affect the ones that are at the beginning, and some of the other gifts that are also pretty good affect only units that are later in the deployment order. Usually these units that are later in the deployment order are also going to be the units that are the slowest of the bunch, and because they are the slowest in the bunch, and assuming, especially for the middle, that you are going to be doing a lot of resonance, and the way that resonance chains work, the units that are the slowest gain the more offense level up because of your resonance chains, which is, you know, very interesting mechanic. Some synergy there, especially for the middle, which is all purple.
바로 그거다 딸렘.
If you do not know, a resonance chain is when you get several of the same color in a single go. An absolute resonance, and we'll get several of the same color in a row, not in the same, you know, same thing, but in a row, which is very nice. The more of the same color you got in your chain, the more offense level the skills later down the chain they get. This would make everyone that has attack weight gain 2 skill power, and this one gives us 1 resurrect. I want to resurrect. Oh! Oh, damn it! It's stuck in my head again. More power for the support units, pretty much. That's a good way to go. Why not finally get Myth and Horizon for its free clash power? We'll get it eventually. We'll get it eventually. I'm dealing with the stuff that's been given to me. I do not want to use any Starlight this run. That's the kind of the challenge I'm going here. No Starlight, not even for wish making or pack searching. So we just deal with what has been handed to us. A true roguelite. Roguelite, whatever. One aspect, if you are deploying a full team, messing around with the deployment order is a fun little thing you can do, because you're more conscious of who's going to be in which position. It really showcases your control over your units, what they do and what they can't do. It just sucks for single solo plays or teams that are not full, because you don't get a benefit out of it.
이거 분당 맞지? 바로 그거다 딸렘.
거창을 이겨주지.
준비한 기회가 이게 다인가?
Now that we got lowest star, which is the blue blunt gift, the enemies lose sanity now. That is very good for us. Especially if we go for extreme flow.
갖고 놀기.
It is so purple in here. Watch your back, it really goes for a backstab. Beautiful. You dare? Junior, you dare?
준비한 기회가 이게 그럼 끝이다.
Whoa. Special catalog. It's okay. It's fodder. For me, that's fodder for the Ego Furnace. What we got here? That is King in Binds. I want my level ups, please. Pride and Envy. It's purple. Wow, purple. You know, about this much purple. God damn it, he failed. We lost the level up because we decided to be not purple enough. Yeah, let's go for that. That level up would have been nice. 3 levels is nothing to scoff at. That's increased health, that's increased offense levels, that's increased everything.
72조 사망 디행 4열. 미확인된 강화 시술로 중지를 위협했으니 죽을 때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
Purple.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려.
쳐다보기 있네.
Why did he suddenly explode?
그게 태경이.
준비한 기밀은 이게 다인가?
나가봐라.
이거 공감 맞지?
Because Otias is here, she's getting 10 grudges really quickly. She is pumping those tattoos really fucking fast.
하지만 나도 녹이면서 뵐 수 있거든.
Always go for purple. I guess if I were to guess here, I think Project Moon made the middle so powerful because they really wanted you to play the Resonance game, and they didn't really deploy a lot of teams that were good enough to justify doing it. Because we got Blade Lineage, but Blade Lineage only needed a little bit of Resonance, and then you got Kurokumo, which only needs a little bit of Resonance. But now, if you go for Resonance, you're gonna get powerful. You're gonna get stronger. Strong. Lobotomy pack, healing on Wrath, or with Envy. I wanted to go against this guy because not only he's weak to Envy, he has a mass attack, and we are a counter team. Mass attack. Nowadays called attack weight, right? I don't like how goopy the floor is.
웃기는 자식들. 끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
Yeah. The game's gonna get written up in the Book of Vengeance. He distracts Big Brother Heathcliff with an envy Pecatla of himself. I mean, he does control the envy Pecatla, so yeah, that makes sense.
그렇지, 이거 공감 맞지?
바로 그거다 딸래. 필살.
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램.
방금의 공격, 혹신 그 자체였다.
이제
쳐다보기 있네.
갖고 놀기.
힘만 알아갔어.
틀렸다.
나참
그쯤
Go back.
한다고 능사가 아니야.
보장장방
And
벗겨야겠어.
we're breaking the body before the first turn. This is floor 3, so it's not really that strong, but still, breaking the body on the first turn is kind of crazy. And it hits everyone, and it gets hit in return.
얼얼하지?
털만한 것들.
Very good. And now we are paralyzed.
뵐수 있거든.
슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝나버리는 게 좋겠어.
393 HP, true speed. How about we just beat the shit out of you? How about that? You ever consider that? You ever consider that we can just, you know, rush you and beat the fuck out of you?
쳐다보기. 멋있는 거 알아갔어.
준비한 기밀은 이게 그럼
There we go.
끝이다.
No need to play the gimmick when you have overwhelming power. Let's take something from Matthias' school of thought. If you have overwhelming power, you don't need to play the enemy's gimmick. You can just kill him. This is something I apply every time I can because it is a good philosophy. You got burn for burn appliers, ashes to ash for more burn, OT as replacement for stomping, gift enhancement for our burial. Right? That poise gift can be recycled into something more useful. Let's go for blunt fusion. This don't need. Anything else that we don't need here? This one's useless. Let's hope and pray for... And didn't get the Book of Vengeance, but this is pretty good. It's more than good, I'd say. That's excelente. With a little bit of money, we're gonna go for this, which gives us damage up for our allies that inflict fire. And that is good enough for me. Let's fight the whoever this is. I think it's going to be the machinery. Yep, it is Hurtley. Do you want to get beat up, Hurtley? Crazy style even?
죽을 때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
Ah, this breaks the purple, doesn't it? Alright. I don't want to break the purple streak here, so we're gonna go for some egos. We have the resources. 134 resources of it, in fact. It's crazy that she has a heal built into her kit. But then again, Matthias is a unit that I accept can heal, has like phase life steal on her kit.
좋아, 이번에는 제대로 들어갔다.
당신도 꽂혀봐서 누군가에게 저주받는 기분이 어떤 것인지.
이거 분강 맞지? 그렇지, 글쎄, 바로 그거다. 브레이크 슬램.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려. 13조 2항의
Very
마취.
nice.
그게 체결.
Punch me. Could have done better.
얼마만큼은
웃기는
못하지만
자식. 끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
그래.
Level up my OPS to level 47. Very nice.
준비한 기밀은 이게 다인가?
Oh, by the way, I was thinking about the railway from yesterday, and I just realized, once you get Section 2, when you fight the dragon, right? After the dragon eats up everyone, you have to fight the MVP Catalog with the Heysel. I just realized what I could have done to make things a lot easier. So, in the Section 2 Part 2, there is that thing on the background that you can hit that gives anyone that hits it in the next turn Dragon Spirit. Dragon Spirit is a buff that gives you 100% damage reduction, which is, you know, very nice. But it only happens on the next turn. But that thing is immortal. That's the main point I'm trying to make here. If, with any MVP Catalog fight, the best way to deal with them is to nuke the battlefield with AoE Eagles, right? And I was thinking overnight, because this night I didn't get a wink of sleep, by the way. Didn't get a single minute of sleep. I just laid down in the bed and I couldn't sleep for whatever blasted reason. But I was thinking about stuff, so I got to that conclusion. So, that fight, you have this immortal enemy on the background that has a single attack weight. If you hit that enemy as the main target of your attacks, it gives whoever attacked it next turn a 100% damage reduction bonus. That is insanely good, right? Since we are fighting MVP Catalyst, I realized that the best way to deal with them, to deal with Lord Lu's nuke skill, which is going to hit you, because you're going to be killing him, and then he's going to activate Tears of the Tarnished Blood, which makes rain spikes from the sky. So, best way to deal with that fight, I realized, is to aim all your AoEs on the thing on the background so that becomes the main target, and the sinner that hits it gains the dragon spirit. But since it is an AoE you're using, it's going to catch everyone else on the enemy team, or most everyone. In other words, you nuke it, hit everyone, kill a lot of enemy Tecatlas from sheer AoE using binds, for example, which is blunt and has a lot of AoE, and every Heisho is blunt fatal. You kill Lord Lu, trigger his ultimate next turn. You kill a bunch of enemy Tecatlas, causing some Heishos to come from the back, and because of Lord Lu, they are gonna start with their skill tree unopposed. But here's the trick: after you've done that, you, by hitting the main target, the main thing in the background, you're gonna get a damage reduction buff, which will make you almost immune to damage. Not only that, the thing that you kill in the background is going to unleash a nuke on the battlefield. It does a lot of rupture, but you got damage reduction. I am going to try that on my own time, see if that's the way they wanted you to do things, and kind of rub it on everyone's faces, because I realized that yesterday while I was, trying to sleep. And if that's the way to do it, it's easier than I expected, because you just nuke the battlefield once, the thing will nuke it again for you, and then that's it. You're good. You're back to the dragon fight. All right, for you who love the city, let's get the enemies some offense levels. Why not? Now we have a cheat death and Bridle. Hell yeah, Bridle is necessary. Do we get here? It can happen, but it's not an envy skill, so we're not using it. Special contract. Hell to the fucking yes. Tell the truth. I don't need your gift, and I don't need to fight you. Alright, let's get shopping. We don't have a lot of cost, but what can we do? Millarca, hell yeah, and Respite, which we need for a certain gift that we're gonna make, hopefully. Let's keep fusing for Bleed. Actually, fuse for Blunt. Do we have anything that we cannot use here? No, all these items are very useful, so let's fuse for Blunt. What I need, I don't know how to talk that. All right, this first fight is very funny because we are literally just going to use counter. That attack is unclashable, but it activates defense skills. Project Moon has been very cute lately because every time we fight a boss that has like this big AoE cinematic attack that strikes everyone, it's really cool. They often have the clause that says, does not activate your defense skills. That means you cannot evade it, you cannot block it, you cannot counter it. Very cute. But we are also getting our own versions of that, so it's really not that much of a problem.
그쯤 해줬으니 포장지 한번 벗겨야겠군.
Alright, they got some good hits. I want to see all purple. We got a mixed bag. Unfortunate. A lot of Wrath too. I like that, a lot of Wrath. Alright, let's do what we have to do. Vengeance. Destroy that flower. Destroy this flower. Destroy that flower. Merceau, destroy this flower. You counter this flower. And you will counter that flower. I'm missing. Yeah, you were supposed to be destroying this flower, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. Let's see how that goes. We haven't got to the Bach yet, the Nocturnal Sweeping, which is kind of what I want.
그럼 끝이다.
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어갔군.
배고팠습니다.
방금의 공격. 폭신. 그 자체였다.
그렇지. 바로 그거다.
일식불명. 좋아, 한 줄 지워주지.
Punch. Might try the railway again sometime, you know? I kind of want to do better because I feel like I did too bad on the Nurse Father's fight, and I did because it brought a bad team to deal with it. So I kind of want to do it again, but I'm probably not going to do it on stream unless it's something I really have time, like, oh, I have a free afternoon. Let's go to the railway and do a little funny thing. Are you guys so slow today? You guys are slow. Hello, why you were so slow? Deal with that. Oh. And you will counter it. You will do purple just to complete the look, and you will kill it.
거긴 킬존이다.
쳐다보기. 너무 멋있는 건 나가지고.
Because I really had a lot of fun with that railway. A lot of people were talking about the railway 6 being like the third reincarnation of Satan and Hitler love child, and I was like, I don't see what's so bad about it. It was just a fight, a very good fight, very fun fight. But then again, I do speak again from a privileged position. Again, have all IDs. Got OT is on string as well yesterday. So I really had a fun time with the railway. I kind of want to do it again just to try and do better. Because now I realize the gimmick of fighting the Pecatola, and I want to try it. All right, let's make you even more vulnerable to perp. Perp drink. Do you think the middle have invented purple drink just because it's purple? Because I never had lean. I don't tend to have lean ever. But I can see them doing it, honestly. Complete and total extermination! Slow it down! Alright, Karma conquered. On to the next. I just realized that if I want to do the whole let's go as far as we can, it does pose a particular problem of time, which already I explained that before, but the time problem I'm talking about specifically is for our reading after. Since we're doing a chapter per reading, it creates a problem that is going to consume a lot of time. Okay, Nocturnal Sweeping, that's what we wanted. I don't want to call it, but I might have to call it. Oh, we are rabbits. Can't you see that we are rabbits? We are normal rabbits wearing middle uniforms. That's right, that's what we are. We're Mao with rabbit uniform. That's right.
당장 집행해주지.
(72조) 사망 디행 사야.
We have full
이화된
perps.
강화 시술로
No need for
중지를
go for
위협했으니
counters just yet. We have
그때까지
full
참아줘야 할
perps.
거다.
And you just stay there, Mercil. Actually, you eat that.
차 부숴줄 테다.
Give an opportunity for the family.
바로 그거라 잘래. 필살. 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램.
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어갔어.
얼얼하지?
쳐다보기에는 이런 거 멋있는 건 아니거든.
거창을 세워주지.
What is there to talk about? No new news other than the teaser for the Intervallo, teaser for the IDs and Egos. Kind of a slow day, kind of a slow week. I don't know. I wanna start doing more. I talked about this a lot before, but I wanna do other games as well, other than Limbus. Because Limbus is something I hold very near and dear to my heart. I love it because I have a long story with Project Moon game, and yeah. Hold
거긴 킬존이다.
쳐다보기에는 이런 거 멋있는 건 아니거든.
그래. 딱 반쯤 죽여버려. 쌈도 이항에 맞추려면 그게 제격이지.
준비한 기믹은 이게 다인가?
I'm gonna have to mute myself for a moment.
거창을 세워주지.
나가봐라. 의식 불명. 좋아. 한 줄 지워주지.
이거 긴장 맞지? 그렇지. 바로 그거라 잘래. 아무튼 슬램.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크군. 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
Okay, sorry about the noise in the background. Again, I shared this room with someone. I muted myself for a moment. I'm gonna mute myself again. Just a moment, I'll be right back talking about what we're talking about.
불에 더 키워.
상부를 펼칠 것도 없겠고.
난
그래. 이 정도 이벤트는 보여줘야지.
나가봐라.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내긴 죄가 너무 크고. 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
차 부숴줄 테다.
쳐다보기에는
갖고 놀기.
멋있는 건 아니거든.
틀렸다. 하하하. 재밌군.
Right, like I was talking about. Never mind. Oh, this event is new for me. We see a group of the Middle's thugs blocking the path ahead, all donned in the same attire as the ones we saw at the Great Lake. Going right through them would be risk a battle. Looking around, we found a lone boombox some distance from them. Is that the source of the raucous music that plays in the background whenever these thugs show up? Perhaps moving it somewhere else would bait the thugs away from the road with music. No, take the boombox. I want it. Go, Merso. I trust you. Merso stealthily picked up the boombox. We brought it to the adjacent street and hit the play button, blasting the alleys with electronic dance music. Nearby members of the mirror, alerted by the sudden burst of music, moved away from their station toward that alley. The early path should be open now. Let's hurry through before they get back. We shut off the music and snuck back to the original road, which was now open. With the path ahead cleared, we were able to pass through without trouble. We're sneaky little thieves. Just like how we did their hair coupons. I'm sure that was not going to bite us in the ass at all. All right, we got some gifts. We need a bleed gift. We need a very specific bleed gift right now, which we didn't get it, unfortunately. But it's coming. We need a specific blunt gift now. I'll take it. It's expensive. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I could have used for that instead of buying it wholesale. Oh no. To sacrifice things now. But there's there we go. Got chains of loyalty. That's what we wanted. Anyway, like I was talking about, for everything, I want to start doing other games on stream. I mentioned that many times before. Not sure which games I want to do, but we'll get around them eventually. I will probably post a Google Forms in the future to try and say, hey, what game do you want me to try? And see if that does, if you guys got some suggestions, which would be very nice, it would be very appreciated. Let's see if we can get Sanguine Fragrance's Ascents and enter the Big Brother, also, or the Bitch Brother, whatever you want to say. We got the 3 gifts. We are now in Power Land. We are now strong. We were already strong before. We're now even stronger. All right. Where's the meat? Didn't I have the meat tenderizer? Why is it not showing? Ah, whatever. Anyway, I want to do more games. I want to do more stuff on the channel, but not having the time right now. I'm gonna try and do more stuff in the afternoon, but you know how it is. I can't promise anything. I can't even promise that I'm gonna do more than 5 floors today because it's getting late and there's things I need to do. I work in the morning and all that. I wanted to try doing earlier streams and I started. Today is a later stream because things to do. But oh man, it would be too much of a waste not to go further than 5 floors. Not with all those gifts. Not with all this power. The power is mine. We have the powerful gifts. How could we not? How could we not? You know what? Yeah, no, fuck it. Well, let's see how far we can go. If the thing gets fully locked, that's it. If I don't have enough time to read the book today, that's it as well. Speaking of, let me load it up and leave it ready for when we get Revenge of the Dungeon. It should be quick. So, Rodion, loading it up. Give it a moment, please. The string is not dying. Is my computer dying? Encoding overloaded. Stop at page 170 if memory doesn't fail me. Nope, that is not where we stopped. We stopped when Raskolnikov met his mother again. Yeah, we're just starting on part 3, page 185. Right, I'm gonna leave that loaded for when we get to the end of the dungeon. Alright, hold your horses there. Just kill that one poor sweeper. That will save your total annihilation.
우리 엄마 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 푹신 최선.
You are awfully slow today. Why are you fast? I feel like I'm missing something today here. How about longer? We're at 2 hours. We're good. We have time. about it.
거탑을 이겨주지.
Yeah,
제가 팠군.
what's up?
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기.
Yeah, whatever. Again, quality is not a hallmark of my streams, so I don't know why I even muted myself the first time around when someone else was talking here in the room.
재밌겠는데?
Beaver time! Does she have lava thing out? Yeah, she does the glasses raise when she has lava thing. That means everyone's getting burned.
좋아. 장부에서 샀지.
의식 불명. 좋아. 한 줄 지워주지. 일어나.
I love that the attack watcher back because Heathcliff looked like he's posing like this. God, I love this game. I love this game so much.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기.
Alright, here we go.
여기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
재밌겠는데?
나가봐라.
Gonna these. Ooh, there we go. Alright, let's keep cubing these sweepers. Let's pound them into a shape. Reduce them to a shape. Oh, hell yeah, we're getting coin power-ups from our gifts.
차리게. 장부에 따르면 맨정신에 죽여야 하니까.
좋아. 장부에서 샀지.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크고. 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
Pure purple.
장난이 길었군.
We're not using enough counters because Heathcliff is not getting enough Book of Vengeances, and if we have enough Book of Vengeance, it powers him up. So we should start using more counters, even when we have purple.
그럼 끝이다. 그럼 끝이다.
Survived. Now, we got all the gifts. There is no reason why we shouldn't go forward even further. We are at our maximum power, aside from getting more gifts to become even more broken. So let's keep it going. Get defense levels. This would be nice for the second and fourth deployed abilities. Yeah, let's just go with these two. Even just because we have all the power here in the world. Oh, here we go. We got what we wanted. Does not mean we shouldn't be careful selecting our, our rank ups here. Merry-go-round has these guys. I don't want to fight them. Of course we're going for Pitiful Envy. We got the gift that gives us 5 power up on a resonance. Hell yeah. All right, let's go here.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
The guys from the second canto. What are you doing here?
이 확인된 강화 시술.
You lost?
죽을 때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
차 부숴줄 테다.
보다 보고 있네. 얼마나 멋있는 건가.
얼마나지?
나가봐. 일어나. 아직 한 번은
웃기는 녀석.
See,
끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를
let's go full
열어주겠다고.
counters because we need to get more
기억났나?
the good stuff. Although she can She can hit her. There we go. Let's use step
부서질
melons.
테다.
나참
그쯤
먹질만 한다고
해줬으니
능사가 아니야.
포장장법
발길들도
벗겨야겠군.
섞어야지.
쓰는 건 알아가지고.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여보자. 13조 2항에 맞춰 이게 체격이지. 좋아, 이번에는 제대로
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠군.
Oh, I just saw that. You see Althea's doing the animation when she was about to be attacked with her counter. She reached up for her sword, and when the guy attacked her, she put it in front to block. That was sick.
일어나. 아직 11번은 죽어야
한 놈의
한다고.
죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크군. 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
Go full counters. Let him attack us. Let him do their thing.
이제 준비한 기믹은 이게 다인가?
자리 가자. 거타대. 여기지.
Destruction. Devastation.
아픔이다 난.
Alright, just kill him.
슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝나버리면 좋겠어.
바로 그거다 딸래.
인간 맞지?
Look at these power-ups, man. They are so busted. They are so busted. And you can buy all the 3 necessary gifts you need for all of the middle gifts straight from the start of the run. Meaning that you don't have to get the sweeper, the nocturnal sweeping. You can just buy the chains, the tattoos, and the boombox right from the get-go. You fuse them, then you're just gonna need the 2 bleed gifts for it, and you are done. It is so horribly busted.
죽을 때까지 참아줘야
I love it. It's beautiful. It's horrifyingly beautiful in a way.
내가 봐주마.
준비한 기믹은 이게 다인가?
He was reduced to a shape.
포장장법
13조 2항에
벗겨야겠군.
맞추려면 그게 체격이지. 좋아, 이번에는 제대로 들어갔군.
정신 차리게. 장부에 따르면 맨정신에 죽여야 하니까.
가자.
이거 인간 맞지?
Violet Breaking Flame, get true tattoos. Very nice. It's so nice to understand how the gimmick is working, even if I'm not paying too much attention to it because it kind of goes automatically.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무.
나도 여기면서 뵐 수 있거든.
저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
재밌겠는데? 쳐다보기 있는.
I will say, I need to find something else to do on Limbus, honestly, because the daily streams are good and fun, and I enjoy them, and I greatly enjoy all of you, but I feel like we're reaching the limit of what we can do here. Doing the reruns is something I already had planned. We were going to run out of identities at some point. I might, once I reach like 90 daily streams, we are already at 74, I might just drop the daily mirror dungeons to something else, maybe book reading, which is the other interesting bit. Don't know if anyone will be willing to watch that without some Limbus gameplay on the background, but I feel like we're gonna have to start doing something like that, because unless there is new content, the daily runs aren't that special, and I don't have the time or the patience to do daily extremes, which would really put, like, you know, some chest hair on these units.
되겠냐고요.
Starting to reconsider my choices on the channel here for daily streams. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. This week is gonna proceed as normal, daily streams as normal. But starting next week, I am going to put up another Google form on the channel as a post on Twitter and everywhere else, I shouldn't have done that.
가능했군요.
For, you know, what games would you like me to play on stream? And I'm gonna choose my own as well, so keep that in mind that I'm gonna do my thing. Because I kind of want to play, I don't want to just Limbus forever. Although I love Limbus, and anytime there's a smidge of content, I'm going to snort that shit quicker than you can blink. But yeah, the daily runs are getting a little stale, aren't they? Kind of ran out of things to talk about. That's why I gotta start doing the videos for teaching you how to Limbus, to Limbusy, if you will. I'll consider this thing in the future. Because I had a lot of fun in the railway, gonna be honest. But then going back now to the dailies felt like a letdown, felt like a step down, because I'm not struggling at all here. Because, you know, first is the middle, second we have all the gifts, and the mirror dungeon has never been difficult. So it's creating this, you know, jarring, like, I want more railway, I want more difficult content, I want a boss that I can sink my teeth into and have fun with it, and, you know, think about which units I'm breaking rather than whatever I'm doing here with the middle right now. I'm just having fun here. It's just a stomp. This is just, you know, literally just stomping them right now. Yeah, you can tell I'm a little tired. I am a little exhausted. Might be a time to go, you know, try other things. Again, this week is gonna go as normal. Saturday, Sunday is going to be like tabletop, which I'm gonna be the GM this time. Haha, that is gonna be fun. And something else on Saturday. But starting next week, I might have to drop the dailies. I want to drop it on an even number, like 87, 90. So we'll see. But no, if you're watching right now and you're listening, so be prepared that if I have to change up the whole daily Limbus thing to something else, maybe I will do Limbus whenever there's new content or new units. Probably some extremes here and then, but I kind of want to do other games too. And though I love Limbus and I will dick ride it forever, I guess choices, because at one point I could do again 5 floors are quick depending on the units I'm using, instead of doing the whole endurance thing. I'm just spitballing things here, just spitballing ideas. If you have something to suggest, go ahead and type it out. I will listen to you. But I could do 5 floors every day, like we're doing right now, except today we're doing like extra because we have too much power not to use. I could do the 5 floors, which would give me time to read the books, which was one of the things I'm doing, which now reconsidering I might have to keep it going with the dailies just for book reading. So yeah, I think things to think about. Ah, rested him finally. And this. Fuse gifts. Let's get ourselves some more bleed. Bleed. I needed a rank 2 bleed, right? Yes, I do. Sacrifice this one for the rank 2 bleed gift, which would need Russian bandages will turn into a level 3, which I don't want. Let's go with this. And once a blessing is even worse. Fuck. But we got these 2 for bleed, 60% chance, WB flask. That is beyond worthless because we don't want to lose any units. Oh well. Yes, flask. We need more gifts. We need more money. We need to keep going. So yeah, now that I'm reconsidering it, again, I'm only spitballing ideas here. I want to reach a conclusion, so I'm pretty much just brainstorming out loud here. So I'm talking to the stream, talking to you. I want to make this daily streams a little bit more interesting, but they are getting stale. But then I remembered that I'm doing them as an excuse to do the book reading, which is, you know, fun for me. I like reading books. Reading is cool. Reading is very cool. But we are running into the issue again that I have to do something. If I decide to go for the mirror dungeons just for 5 floors, that part becomes boring to watch because, oh, it's 5 floors normal again. Even if he's not using any Race of the Stars, we already know how this ends. These IDs aren't weak. So it kind of becomes kind of boring to watch the gameplay. And then you get to the book, and not a lot of people are interested in the books as I am. Although, again, I'm mostly doing this for myself, so I could just ignore that part. But I do want the channel to grow somewhat. So I have to consider all these things. Am I going to do just Limbus content? Am I going to try other games? Am I going to read the books on a separate stream or upload it as a video or something? I don't know. I haven't reached a conclusion yet. But rest assured, the streams this week around is going to be business as usual. 5 floors, book reading at the end. I will probably reach some conclusion eventually. Not sure what's better, honestly. 5 floors is easy. Usually, unless I'm doing a solo, usually takes like an hour because I don't win rate it. I could win rate it and have a good time. Just quickly clearing it, just, you know, talking, having fun, looking at memes. That could also be a possibility. Looking at stuff in general. And then we get the final read the book. But again, I want to read all the books, but that is going to take forever, man. Because Hong Lu's book is really long, really difficult reading. Kind of I might skip Hong Lu's book. He's not that interesting of a character for me. We have already done Yi Sang, we have done Ryoshu, we have done Merso, we're doing Rodion, we have done Gregor, there's Sinclair, there's Otis, Dante, Ishmael, Heathcliff, Faust, and Dawn. And all of these are going to take time. Got it. Oh, plus coin power. We can tank it. We can tank it. It's all for this. Special Contract, Phantom Pain, and Bell of Truth. I'll take the Bell of Truth. Alright, who's up next? Who are beating? Time killing time, because we got the Spectre badge here for revives. Nice. Still thinking, still thinking. Guy's falling. Finds a cushion. No one can find a cushion? No one knows what the concept of a cushion is?
믿어주셨는데 실패했습니다.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
Daily streams, 5 floors, read book. Will take a while because some of these books are very long. Unless I start, spitballing them. Or I could just do book reading streams and play something else. Or maybe do a long book reading. A long book reading sounds like fun. A long book reading on Saturday or Sunday, depending on the tabletop day, sounds like a fun time. We can get much more out of the book instead of like the daily drip feed that we've been doing it. So that might be better. I might have to reread some of the books too to make sense. So then I can change my daily streams to something else, maybe. Because again, what I'm feeling here is that while you guys are watching my streams, and I love you all, is that I feel like it's getting a little stale, especially after Railway, which was fun, difficult content that I enjoyed every little bit of it. And I want more. Coming back to the dungeon and having no resistance, even if I'm using an overpowered team right now, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good as a Railway. I want more Railway. I want more meat. I want the tasty, tasty Project Moon sauce that they put on the boss fights. That we don't really get here in the dungeon because it's the same thing over and over. Even if you are going for the extreme floors isn't a test of your skill, it's more of a test of did you get good items along the way? Did you use them good? Did you get the good stuff? Otherwise, you really don't stand a chance against clashing against the enemy because they're going to be buffed to hell and back. So it's both preparation and knowledge of your team and what synergizes with them and what can you make synergize without. Are you going to be going for extreme this time? OG5K, I am going to go until the entire team is wiped out. If they beat extreme, good. If they don't, well, that's a shame. We are literally just going until they all die right now. And right now, I know I'm rambling about the future of the content I'm gonna present to you guys as a streamer. So I'm just thinking right now, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because right now, these enemies at this level, with the gifts we have, they are not posing any problems. So I don't have to sit down and strategize and think about how I'm going to handle these guys. I don't have to. They pretty much handle themselves, so... We put in counters, and then they cease to exist. See? So, let's hold on. How do I put text on screen here? Alright, so put this up. But then it captures part of this. That's good. Right, so right now I have been doing daily MVs with up to floor 5 with book reading 1 chapter at a time. I want to do more other games. The daily streams take up about, say, 2 to 3 hours each. Let me just get the gifts here. We'll return back to that in just a second. Right? Got me the Winter Nightmare. That is syncing on hit. Very nice. Let's get this last fight here. Right. Moving back here. The limit is up to 4 or 5. I want to do other games. Book reading is being drip fed, which affects the quality of the content. Daily MDs are getting a bit stale because we reviewed every IDE. Feeling a little underwhelmed, burnt out after Railway 6 and returning to the daily MDs. I'm just putting my thoughts out here so I organize myself. So don't disregard what I'm saying here. Just give along the flow, see the sinners do their thing. So, one option would be to do option A. Play other games on the streams. And do Limbus on new content or new ID. So, or new ID, new content, new ID, weekly extreme dungeon maybe for the big payout. Add B. Put book reading on weekends on stream. You can see that this is going very easy for me, even though we didn't take any grace of the stars at the beginning, because I am having the time to sit down and think about like what am I going to do with the stream now. Because again, the middle is incredibly busted as it stands. So let's see. Option A. B. Maintain daily MDs. 5 until 6 done, or until 190 streams. That's 3 months of dailies.
웃기는 자식들. 끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
Also, I just figured out how to do that, the display capture with Limbus, so that's pretty good. Perhaps a playthrough of Lovecorp or Lore, that is a good option too. Option C, the promised Lovecorp Lore pilgrimage, which is what I'm gonna call it. The promised Lovecorp Lore pilgrimage.
좋아. 장부에서
What
삭제.
else? What else? What else? Because if I'm gonna do other games, which I kind of want to do other games, I don't know which ones. Because the only reason I mostly play Lobcorp, Limbus, above all else, is the fact that my computer is not very powerful. My computer is quite a wee little baby. And so, being the wee little baby that it is, it's not potent enough to run bulkier games, stronger games. And that is not Bleed. That is a Pierce I Thank You game. I love you. I love you. Right? Fusion dance done. Fuse for this. Here we go. And we become even more powerful. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Be a refresh. Tingle bundle. Melted spring. Very good. So anyway, one of the main reasons why Limbus is the main content of the channel, I cannot forget that, is because my computer is not very powerful. If I try to stream anything else, and I have tried a few, like Gloomwood, I have tried Deep Rock, it lags the stream to none. So let's put that one here. Can't stream most games because my PC is not strong.
72조 사망 디행 사연. 이 확인된 강화 시술로 중지를 위협했으니
Let's kill the time killer as we, think this. I think maybe Lobcorp might be better for the streams, as you have said. So I might want to try that. Maybe it's time to go back to Lobcorp and do a run of it. This is again. This week is gonna be as normal as promised. We're gonna still read our book. This is like future planning for the channel. We're just laying down the ideas, the groundwork for it. I'm even gonna save that later. And
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
I kind of like option A, which gives us a extreme dungeon every week with adversities, which is difficult content, and make a book reading on the weekend so we can get more out of the book reading rather than a singular chapter, which has always bothered me a little bit. It feels like I'm jumping boat and just like, I'm done with the chapter, time to go. So that is also a choice. Lobcorp Lore Pilgrimage would be great as well. I want to stop the dailies and these once we reach a finite number because I don't like finishing it with an uneven number. So I will say that unless I adopt any of these options or think about something else in the future, we will go default to option A or maybe option C with the A still. It's A with C, basically, until we reach 319. So, our streams are going to continue as normal, daily, but once we reach the 19th, is this the Bokgak one? I don't remember. Once we hit the 19th one, we are going to stop doing daily MDs because that's a lot of MDs I have done. I'd say I've done a lot. If I start doing, that's another thing. If I stop doing daily streams, I get more time to edit videos. Make videos, which is something I want to do. Make videos. Because right now my schedule is I wake up in the morning like 5 a.m. I teach my classes all through morning. Come the afternoon, I have stuff at the house to take care of. Cleaning, cooking, and other stuff. Studying. I am in college and that. Gotta study, gotta do my stuff. And then there's dinner time at night. and then I do my stream, which leaving me virtually no time for anything else. So I don't have a lot of time for video editing, which is something I dearly want to do, and publish on the channel, all that stuff. So if I stopped doing the daily streams, there would be advantages, but it would mean I wouldn't stop streaming, which is bad. It will make the channel stagnate a little bit. I don't want that to happen. Really don't. So I will not have it happen. Decisions. I know. Yeah, it's good that I'm thinking this out loud right now with the presence of you. After all, I'm doing this for me, but most importantly, I'm doing this for you as well, because I wouldn't keep doing this if there weren't people that were interested in this line that I serve hot and fresh here from Brazil. All to you. Like I said before, if I didn't reach 100 subscribers, I'd just stop. But there's 100 of you guys, and 100 of you that deserve sweet kisses on the cheek. Mwah. Thank you so much for your support so far. And the channel is growing. It's just that I have to consider things to do. You know, which games I'm going to be playing, if I'm going to keep doing the Limbus thing, if I'm going to do the book reading, continue the book reading, if I am going to make videos, which I want to. If I don't have anyone to help me with this, this is a solo endeavor, so everything I have to figure out as I go. So please be patient with me. That's enough rambling about the future. Let me go to the display capture here. Enough rambling about the future. I will consider this later after I have my morning coffee. I did not sleep this night, so my mind is racing right now. Might be because of why I'm rambling. So future plans saved. All right, let's keep it going. It is now 22-12. Offense level, sure, and offense level 2, sure. I can actually use those skeletal crumbs. Textbook. Check up, sinking deluge, refresh. Hell of the fuck no. That means I have to fight Sora. You know what? Let's fight Sora. We have enough gifts to power them up. I want to get something to drink, but if I drink coffee right now, it would be bad for me to go to sleep. Maybe I should get some water. I'm gonna have to do the book reading still, so I'm gonna need water.
죽을 때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
차 부숴줄 테다.
I got some water. I'll be right back. I talked a lot. I rambled a lot about the people of the channel. Let me get some water and think this thing through. Let me just give the orders for my goobers here to do their job.
파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
Go, my goobers.
거긴 킬존이다.
쳐다보기에는 이거는 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려. 13조 이항 맞추. 그게 제격이지.
갖고 놀기. 틀렸다.
좋아, 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
Nice unbreakable point. Here's your prize. You get punted by Heathcliff.
나 참 주먹질만 한다고 능사가 아니야. 발길질도 섞어야지.
You just fucking hit him? Alright, go. Turn that into a counter, please. Get the purple out there.
나머진 녀석들도 처형한다.
그래, 내가 왔다.
쳐다보기에는 이거는 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
Got the prime hand punishment ready to read. And I'm eager to read it.
바로 그거다 딸래.
일식불명. 좋아, 한 줄 지워주지. 거창을 새겨주지.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔
Oh,
죄가
the
너무
music is here.
저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
Yeah, just go full counter.
쳐다보긴. 이거 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
그렇지. 바로 그거다 딸렘. 준비한 기밀이 이게 다인가? 그럼 끝이다.
장난이 길었군. 난
Obviously, people. I've been watching some videos of people reacting to Logcore, you know, the usual videos and stuff like that. People really overblow the difficulty of lobotomy preparation. Day 49 is really hard, and I will confess that it took me like 2 days to beat it, but it's not that hard. They really overblow how difficult it is, and I blame that on the whole you lose an employee and people want to restart instead of sometimes accepting that an employee can die. We're really good, we're really good.
오랜만에 숨좀
나가봐라.
이거 분감 맞지?
Oh, Tia's actually got staggered. How interesting.
렛 브레이크 슬램.
I hate the Canto 9 packs because while the bosses at the end are very fun to play, the process of getting there is just mannequins. I remember doing the achievement for bringing Ryosho on all the packs. It's just mannequins, just an endless swarm of mannequins. To the point that I am getting fatigued just looking at them right now. It's so purple. Imagine if they were green as well. What if they were green and purple?
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠고.
That would just be crazy, wouldn't it?
쳐다보긴.
그럼 끝이다.
일어나. 아직 11번을 죽어야 한다고.
Yup, be purple. I see our damage peltering off a little bit. These guys are getting tanky.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 너무 크고 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 처형한다.
노래 더 키워.
그럼 끝이다.
Actually, someone mentioned the teaser for the new IDs for the event that is coming, the interval. I wonder if it's Engdu that's gonna get Lavatain. That would be funny. If anyone is getting Lavatain, that is.
난 일어나. 아직 11번을 죽어야 한다고.
그걸로 제가 봤군.
This is the first or second node of the dungeon because I forgot that this is the first one. There's another node to go for mannequins, and there's so many of them. I hate this. I hate the Canto 9 nodes so much, man.
재밌는
바로
상대를
그거다
만나.
딸렘.
Talisman bundle, I'll take that. Nope, give me random gift. Ah, that's useless. Yep, that was the first node. This creature, don't want anything from you, honestly. Go away. Oh,
장난하냐?
I need to stop using
이놈들이
Heathcliff.
제대로 작동하는 걸 갖고 왔어야지.
Pick a rose. I already got your gift, buddy. That rose.
제가 누구 딸인데?
And once again to the mannequin mines with us. You love your mannequin slap.
4, 3, 1 시작.
(72조) 사망 디행 사열.
Greachers, the Greacher, the Greacher, the Greachers. The Greachers will be greased. The greased creatures of the ring.
쳐다보기엔 우리는 멋있는 거 알아가지고.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여보자. 13조 이항에 맞추려면 그게 좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어갔고.
얼얼하지?
이거 공감 맞지?
그렇지. 글쎄. 바로 그거다. 렛 브레이크 슬램.
나 참.
Man, I fucking hate mannequins so much. The budget was not present here because again, we got the cool and very nice extra intervallo from Arknights before Canto 9, and I'm fairly sure the reason why we don't fight more different creatures in this Canto is because of that. I wish Project Moon gets their new studio soon, man. It will be really good. Where really half of the year? Where half of the year has gone to? What the fuck? What happened to this entire year? It's just gone. Half a year gone like that.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기.
Purple, 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 purple flurp.
저기 벌벌
I went to
떨고
the
있는
shopping mall
나머지
today.
처형한다.
The shopping mall, right beside the shopping mall, is where the clinic I went to with my mother to do some stuff there. And we went to the shopping mall to get some food after, and we passed by McDonald's and they were selling the Grimace Shake. I only seen the memes about the Grimace Shake. I almost bought it, but I looked at that thing and it made me feel ill. Like I look at the purple drink they were selling me, the Grimace Shake, and that thing, just looking at the propaganda for it, made me ill. I decided to be cautious and not drink the purple drink. Memes aside, just looking at it made me sick. I don't know what the hell it was. I never felt sick looking at propaganda of food like that.
쳐다보기엔
설계. 장부에 따르면 맨정신에 지배하니까.
I guess a guardian angel protected me or something if we're gonna go by the memes. Still don't know what the memes were all about, like you drink it and it fucks you up, but it was funny. Some of them were funny.
준비한 기믹은 이게 다인가?
이거 공감 맞지?
그렇지. 글쎄. 바로 그거다. 렛 브레이크 슬램. 그럼 끝이다.
아직 11번은 죽어야 한다고.
한 놈의 죽음으로
go.
끝내기 죄가 너무.
More mannequins. Manager, wake up. You have your mannequin slop to eat. You have been on a diet ever since you did that achievement, huh? Here's all the mannequins you can eat. The boy's hungry.
내가 왔다.
쳐다보기엔 우리는 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
Really like this ring they bought. It feels so good. It's nice. It's weighty. It has a cool skull on it. Kind of looks like an alien skull because it has like elongated head. So maybe it's like looking down. I don't get it. But I wish it was a normal skull. But I'll go with the alien skull. Or maybe this representing Yakub or something. Who knows? I think it's a Yakub ring. I'm wearing a ring of Yakub right now. I feel my white boy powers rising. I feel the call to Hyperborea.
안정판 고양이 스카를 붙여주지.
Yeah, good.
노래 더 키워. 장난이 길었군. 난
거야.
이거 긴강 맞지?
그렇지. 글쎄, 바로 그거로 달래. 브레이크 슬램.
I love my purple guys. Look at them.
한 놈의
The middle behind the slaughter.
벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지
Ah, the
녀석들
telltale
쳐야 한다.
signs of the streamer G4 is getting a little tired. He's getting a little cranky. He's starting to ramble. He recognized that he's rambling. Who are you kicking? Who are your rider kicking? The guy's gone.
그럼 끝이다.
얼려라지.
정신 차리게. 장부에 따르면 엔정신의 지배하니까.
Let me take a photo of this ring. I gotta. It's literally just a ring of Yakub, I realize now. Evil Yakubian ring. Where the hell's my phone? There it is. Alright, let's fight Sora. Sora is actually fun. Kind of. It's the index. The index haunt me at every moment of my life, apparently. Let's fuse for bleed again. We have another bleed gift that we don't want. We need the nail. We need the nail. Fuck you, you got tomorrow's fortune. We get this to max level, so we get 3 revives. Tangle bundled for more damage. A refresh for bleed, if I can get a iron stake. There we go. And now we need a level 3 bleed gift for... Welcome back, Moises. Hello, Fatma Salome. How are you? We need the level 3 bleed gift for the level 4 bleed gift. So it all combos into each other. Very nice. And... game is fucking with me today, I can tell. The game really is fucking with me today, and I don't appreciate it. But we roll with the punches. Thank you. Was that hard, game? No, it wasn't. Thank you. Now we have in our hands 1, 2, 3, 4 fusion gifts of tier 4. If you could get 6 more, we'd get the achievement. But I don't think that's the run we're gonna get it. Now we're gonna fight Sora. I need to
3일 시작.
send a picture to someone about my cool ring.
웃기는 자식들.
서로 돕는
끝나고 나서
거랬어요.
고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하네. 의욕이 좀 났나?
Go. Alright, Sora, who are you targeting? You are targeting Ricardo, Cliff. I cannot allow you to do that. And so you will be punished for attempting to do so by getting countered. One thing though. She does... I can hit a prescripted target, okay. She does have some... We have less fighters than she has slots right now, so she's not gonna hit us, so anyway.
쳐다보기.
Come on. To unpack.
포장자 한번 벗겨야겠군.
Rightfully so, this creature is gonna get bullied. What the hell's going on with my cell phone? I need to send a picture to someone. It's a very important picture. I saw some cool cars today out in the shopping mall, and I wanted to send it to my friends, but my funny phone is not letting me do that. So let's fix that, shall we? I also need to pay attention to the fight a little bit. Even if it's the middle and the middle kind of plays itself, we should, you know, pay some attention. Alright, bullying time.
바로 그거로 달래. 브레이크 슬램.
저리 꺼져!
그렇지.
Right? You have failed your prescript. I can hit a prescript target. You are going for Sinclair this time around.
다 보게 되는.
I cannot let you do that. You know I can't. So this time around, let's see. Here. Ricardo can go here. You can go here, and you can go here. That leaves us one unopposed attack against her. Go. Not gonna give you the chance to pull your funny I turn my attack into unbreakable coin and I fulfill the prescript because I'm clashing against the prescript target, so
이쪽이죠.
no. No.
장부를
But
펼칠 것도 없고.
no. Dog wants attention. Every time I see, like, I like the gameplay and all that, but sometimes I wish I could be controlling them in like more direct way, and I keep thinking about that idea of a side-scroller beat 'em up for Project Moon. Since we have all these sprites for attacks, it should be possible. Maybe I should do that, like, a little project, and put my toesies on, game developing somehow. And if I can make a fan work side scroller beat 'em up, that would be funny. It's just the problem is that they don't have walking sprites. Countered. That's most of her health gone.
메인 이벤트 한번 열어놔.
절대죠.
전부 집합해서.
Alright, what is your prescript? Eliminate all options for next prescript arrives. Alright, she does not gain any more karmic consequences. I understand. That means everyone is fair game. It's all fair game. This one is... Oh, this one does not trigger defense skills, I see. You are just here to break my stride, aren't you? Alright, I have ego for that.
재밌겠는데?
정해졌어요.
Our fates are already predetermined. Predetermined the purple.
이쪽이죠.
샤리, 가자.
Ah, the cool ego from ages past. The one that is still using his uniform for Limbus company. I think they were going to go for less demonic egos and more like they change part of the sinner. Take a picture of that ring that I was talking about.
갖고 놀기. 틀렸다. 하하하. 재밌군.
And she's gone, just like that. Again, we're not using any Grace of the Prescripts. Grace of the Prescripts. Grace of the Stars, so this is raw power. They're just rocking it. And we did got the gifts, though. The exclusive gifts for the middle, so they're gonna be powerful regardless. Someone's device. This is only good for if we have the index, so whatever. Fluorescent lamp, that's 5 offense level, 3 defense level. We'll take those. Take both of these. Or we'll sell that for something else. Floor 9, Unbound Wrath, Excessive Gluttony, and Unrelenting Might. Give me a refresh, that's what we get. The Unchanging for a very good gift, and Tyrannical Pride for nothing. Or this one for also nothing. We're gonna come face with 1 paralysis against attacker next turn. Yeah, sure, let's go here. I think we fight Pecatula here, don't we? Really sure we fight Pecatula here. Pecatula, envy Pecatula. Let's leave. Anyone can leave in all province, please do. Alright, your for gift acquired.
이런 걸 못 하겠어요.
Nebulizer, I'll take it. Steal his Ashma Pump.
더 어려운 건
Ashma
없나?
Pump acquired. Gambling Run. One clarity, thank you. Right, let's see what else. Classic Sculpture, why not? We have blunt units. Let's enhance those blunt powers because they're good. And this for poise. Let's sell the stuff we don't use, which would be... This can be sold, we don't really use Eagles that much. This is worthless, we don't have the index units to work with. We have some sinking on the hit, we have critical, this is... I'd rather not have it. No, apologies. There we go. Had some gifts now. Let's get Classic Sculpture up. More critical. We don't have Pride Resonance, but we still get some effects from that. There we go.
볼 것도 없이 처형이군.
I think my phone just died. My phone just died. I needed to send an image to someone and my phone just died. Lovely. Ah, well, what can you do? It is Pecatulus. I knew it. I bloody knew it. But we are more purple than you are, so you don't stand a chance against our purple powers. You know what would be funny? We are vulnerable to slash. And I see a singular slash, 2 slashes. Let's not get hit by the slash, shall we? So let's have whoever can clash against the slash splash. There's 3 slashes actually. So Merso versus Merso, struggling. He would take like 169 damage, that's not good. The rest of you will counter so that you can gain the effects that we need. All right, go ahead and hit me. Sure that's going well for you.
장비에 따르면
13조 이항에 맞추려면 그게 세격이지.
180 HP, Ryoshu.
의식 불명. 좋아, 한 줄 지워주지.
쳐다보기 얼마나 멋있는 건 아니고.
준비한 기밀은 이게 다인가?
Another way you could hasten these mirror dungeons is by taking railway packs. That would be more interesting, I think. That's another option that we can do, so that they don't take like forever to complete, which is the main problem I was thinking about.
이거 공감 맞지? 그렇지, 필살. 바로 그거다. 브레이크 슬램.
Very good.
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
얼마만큼은 못하지만
There's an eagle coming
인사
out.
될수 있거든.
Interesting, interesting. For vengeance. How about we turn purple? There are 2 completed game of being purple here, and I am going to be purple. I have been purple. I have always been purple. Purple it up.
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠군.
쳐다보기 얼마나 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
There's some people that genuinely hate Envy Pecatulus. I think they're okay. I think they're fun. Especially because if you know the units they're using, you know their weaknesses and how to play around them. I think the Envy Pecatulus are fine.
발렛 브레이크 슬램.
Punch them.
순서에 따라 대상을 제거합니다.
$50 on Clash. We have the middle gift, so they're clashing like real good.
무슨 색을 띠고 있는가?
Bring out shoot it. Who are you
끝나고
talking
나서
to this?
고래구이
Red eyes
파티를
open.
열어주겠다고 하니.
How about I kill you before you use that? Isn't that gonna be funny? Rhyme shank and pursuance. Hopeless against that, huh? Hopeless all around. Go over here then. Oh my. Oh my indeed. Can't flash against that. But it is blunt. We can take some blunt.
그래. 내가 왔다.
쳐다보기엔 너무 모르는 거 아닌가?
준비한 힘이든 이게 다 그럼 끝이다.
Stamp of Vengeance. Get rid of the red eyes.
거탑을 새겨주지.
Ah, Pursuance is rolling really high. Defense levels and all that. Yeah, go ahead and heal your buddies. I don't mind. I can take that.
저리 꺼져라.
Right shank, me rolled. Alright.
정말 게이지.
You got some depression, but that's fine.
이거 금방 맞지?
그렇지. 리셋. 바로 그거다. 브레이크 슬램.
나 참 주먹질만 한다고 능사가 아니야.
Good counter, very
발길질도
good there.
섞어야지.
Ooh, boy, they're turning into beasts. They're going savage mode on me. Oh no, this is terrible. And then all the lines are a mess. That means it is time for us to go beast mode on then. I hear wild music. Need someone to cover for him. Let us go beast mode. Even if it is not purple, it will help. Hopefully that will be enough. And music!
노래 더 키워.
잠시 아파도 참아주세요. 장담할게요. 사람만큼 훌륭한 음악을 만들어주는 건 없어요.
증기압축 피스톤 압력 제한 해제, 관측 완료된 시간 벡터 계산 완료, 축적된 과거 변형, 모먼트 값 유지, 발사.
무게감도 없고 멋도 없는 그 주먹질.
쳐다보기엔 너무 모르는 거 아닌가?
She really wants him dead. We were prepared for this.
오랜만에 숨 좀 차는군.
저리 꺼져라. 난
Hell yeah! We're not done. We're not done nuking this battlefield.
종원, 조명이 전멸하는 저곳으로. 파도가 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다. 이것도 받아보시게나.
I think that was pretty successful.
슬슬 지루하니까
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'd say that was pretty good. I'd say that was more than pretty good. That was pretty good. I'd say pretty damn good. Why don't you go ahead and hit me? Ooh, 103 damage. That might hurt.
차 부숴줄 테다. 얼얼하지?
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠고.
보다 보기에는 이거는 멋있는 건 같아.
Kill her. Kill her now.
슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝나버리는 게 좋겠어.
그렇지. 바로 그거였다.
Good, very good. And now we get to play with the sheep.
부드럽게 잡히는
The sheep can't do. Ooh, the sheep actually. The sheep is going to eat several skill trees now, because the sheep is doing an attack that triggers the defense skills, and it's a massive AOE.
왔다.
So you know what happens now, don't you?
이거 공감 맞지? 그렇지. 리셋. 바로 그거였다. 렛 브레이크 슬램.
거탑을 새겨주지.
이제 갖고 놀기. 틀렸다.
얼얼하지?
나가봐라.
두 눈 크게 뜨고 잘 봐라.
Flames of envy consume all.
이 안정감 있고
Alright,
부드럽게
here we go.
잡히는 푹신 최선. 이런 푹신한 날에 안 풀리는 일이야.
Mercel, you are going to be the dedicated handler of the thingamabobber, the gimmick of the fight, which is grounding refusal. Since we have full purples here, might as well go for it.
야! 이거 공감 맞지? 야! 리셋. 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램. 뜨거울 거다. 좀 많이
Gut stab levitate.
뜨거울 거다. 좀 많이.
장난이 길었군. 난
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는
Mercel got his little thingamabobber, so Mercel can go ground refusal. There we
안
go.
풀리는 일이야.
And then someone else is gonna have to do that. I choose Dawn, which is here. You are going to get countered, and you are going to get hit with purple. You are going to counter, and you are going to get a free hit on it.
대갚아주마.
I found this animation so odd. It's a little weird. Even when it was Matthias using it, it still felt a little weird.
뜨거울 거다. 좀 많이.
거창을 새겨주지.
이거 금강 맞지? 야! 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
털만한 것들.
Cats are being evil again.
얼려라지.
Deal with that. Damn it, cat.
장부에 적힌 놈들은 볼 때마다 기가 막히고.
Oh, made me come
우리
gotcha.
중지가
Alright, who stabbed the thing last time? It was Ishmael. So Ishmael gets to stab the thing again. And Ursul goes over there. You counter that attack. You attack. You attack. Gut stabber. You gotta go with the gut stabber, alright? Oh, you can do the gut stabber, alright? Damn it, Ish.
내가 봐주마.
You're breaking our envy resonance, brother. How long has it been? 2 hours? Yeah, you're gonna have fun. 3 hours.
뜨거울 거다. 좀 많이. 뜨거울 거다.
Stab with the gut. Stab with the gut. Stab the gut. Roast that chip while it's still alive so we can eat it.
얼려라지.
And it is staggered. That means you don't have to play the gimmick anymore.
빨리 끝나버리는 게 좋겠어.
Complete and total extermination coming right up. Not even gonna bother to do a full resonance here.
불에 더 키워. 난 사이기다.
뜨거울 거다. 좀 많이. 뜨거울 거다. 좀 많이.
좋아.
I'm looking at some stuff here on the side because, again, these fights are very, very simple. Using Mercy on this tree, yeah. These fights are very simple. But so I see already someone complaining about how our R6 has not been designed by with good intentions in mind, that we're never gonna see the light of God again. And it's so very funny to me, man. Look, Railway 6 is fine. It's I'm sure I am talking again a position of privilege, and I was always gonna say that because so you don't misunderstand that it's easy because you have everything. No, it's not that easy. It's not that hard, bro. It's just play the mechanics, and so optional content. It's supposed to be hard. And you don't, as long as you've beat it between under 111, you just need to beat to get your rewards. You don't even need to go for less than 111. All right, we came here to get this. So, offense levels. We gain offense levels. And faded overcoat during more offense level ups. We like that. Floor 10. Achievement complete as soon as we're done with this. We could go for murder. We could go for murder. We're gonna go for the murder. We're gonna go for the vampires. We're gonna punch the shit out of the vampires. Oh, this is new. Hold on. It says we're looking at someone wearing a W Corp uniform. He seemed rather skilled, but the sheer number of blood bags we're about to overwhelm. Got to help. But I'm cut off by another horde of blood bags that poured in the cabin surrounding us. Damn it, prepare for battle. Yet, what of the lone warrior? Send someone to help. Here we go. Send Merso. You can handle it. Merso sent to assist as soon as the blood bags revealed opening their formation. Fortunately, we made it through the cleanup without any issue. Thanks for stepping in. Another second at outside turning on those months. Our fight engine cuts himself short and shifts away from the green top. I'm pulling back. Take this, not much, but I hope it helps. W Corp's standard cap. Yeah, we got a nice hat. We got a nice hat for our good deed. There's this guy. What's up? How you doing? Nothing. Have a nice trip. I don't want your ice cream. I kind of fumbled there, but yeah, I don't want your ice cream. I don't want your ice cream. Your ice cream is canned. What the fuck? What the fuck cans ice cream? Lots of blood bags. This is gonna be a bloodbath.
고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하네. 의욕이 좀 났나?
Oh yeah, I did receive your suggestion for a coin power down team, which is going to be used, of course. Today is a special middle stream because I got all tears yesterday, and well, why wouldn't I play her today? So tomorrow I'm likely to do a power down team like someone requested, and there are some other suggestions in there as well that I will be using. So look forward to it. Forgot about that little detail as well. Oh. Kick my hair coupons.
털만한 것들.
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는
여기서 뵐수 있거든.
최선. 이런 푹신한 날에 안 풀리는 일이었지.
Awake when I wake up on the luscious side of bed.
포장장과 벗겨야겠군.
To unpack.
그래, 나 반쯤 뛰어버려. 13조 2항에 맞추게. 그게 대적이지.
이거 금방 맞지?
그렇지. 바로 그거다. 브레이크 슬램. 그럼 끝이다.
Morbius. I'm just talking random shit right now. I am really tired. I'm gonna be entirely honest.
놈의 죽음으로 끝난
I am
죄가
very, very tired right now.
저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지
But
녀석들.
we shall complete this floor 10, get the achievement, and from there on it's just bonus. Literally everything here is just a bonus.
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠고.
쳐다보기.
As you can see, the middle has no problem reaching like floor 10 with no bugs.
나가봐라.
이거 금방 맞지?
그렇지. 리셋. 바로 그거다. 브레이크 슬램.
Oh, we got a stagger. That's rare. That means the enemies are getting dangerous.
형제의 원한이다.
Keep going full purple. Even if you don't use the counter, we keep going full purple. I want to see full purple.
사건을 치렸다. 하하하. 재밌군. 그럼 끝이다.
I do like the little music theme a lot. This kind of turned like into a rant stream, honestly, about the future of the channel. I do apologize for that. Literally, I'm missing from middle to this Dawn since I can support AD middle character. Can't you just shard Dawn? She got released on Ishmael's Kanto. You can shard her. It's pretty easy.
웃기는 자식들. 끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하네. 의욕이 좀 났나?
Then you have a complete middle team. And again, every time someone asks about team recommendations here, I will always say the same thing. If you can have a team that can support each other, they synergize well, it's better than meta units, honestly. Because having a full team is really good. The middle has some meta units that are very powerful, and well, I think the stream speaks for itself. You have the powerful ego gifts that you can get in the Mirror Dungeon, and outside of it, they all support each other. Their gimmick is very simple. They are powerful. If you have a good team capable of handling their own, you can handle most things that the game throws at you. Of course, you still can get hard countered if the damage type you do with the sin type you do is something the enemy is resistant to, or the enemy has some other gimmick. But having a full team capable of supporting each other is still miles better than just doing whatever. That's why I hate kitchen sink doctrine on Limbus. Like, I see a lot of people like doing mixed teams with several different characters just because they burn, bleed, or whatever. And I don't like doing that. I know they might support each other, but I prefer when a team is like sealed closely and has a very unique gimmick. Of course, most teams just go, can they do the same status effects as the other units can, because that's the main thing. Can this unit inflict tremor? Because I'm using another tremor unit. Alright, let's do tremor. I see some bizarre team get-ups sometimes.
장난이 길었군. 거창을 새겨주지.
이거 공감 맞지? 그렇지. 리셋. 바로 그거라 쌀래. 브레이크 슬램.
아픔이다 나는.
Alright,
슬슬 지루하니까.
let's finish it. You know what? Yeah, could go for the extreme, but it's getting late. I hate going back on my word saying how we're going to they're wiped out. I don't think they're gonna be wiped out in the extreme, maybe. I'm tired. We're gonna complete floor 10 and call it a night. No reading, yes, because I promised it. It's part of the thumbnail, but yeah. Again, apologies for this turning into a rant stream. It kind of became what it is. I'm worried about the future of the channel because I feel like the MDs are getting a little stale. But still, I'm going to stream whatever I have to stream. Alright, let's get some stuff. Refresh, we got Umbrella. Did we do Dongrang? No, we didn't. Sharp Disc for offense level down. Let's see, what else can we do here? We could get the Downpour combo. Honestly, it's not looking too good here. Anything I can enhance, I would enhance us. It'll do. Let's get a poise gift. We got some poise going on here. Might as well get some poise as well. What does this do again? Fence levels. Right. Endorphin sucks. I wanted the 4-leaf clover. There we go. That's good enough for me. All right, we got some poise. We got good. Let's finish this floor 10 and call it a night. After reading the book, of course, we have much to see. Yeah. So last time we were on Crime and Punishment, Raskolnikov went finally back to his room after giving away all his money to the wife of Marmeladov, and he's going to meet his mother. And remember, his mother, that was the last money she was giving him because mother lives on a pension, so down.
저 부서질 테다. 거창을 새겨주지. 좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어간다.
I should attack the guy with the counter because otherwise he was going to get staggered. Oh, whatever.
방금의 공격, 혹신 그 자체였다. 저리 꺼져. 72조 사망 디행 4연. 이 확인된 강화 시술로 중지를 위협했어. 죽을 죽을 때까지 참아줘야 할 거다.
I'm not gonna go full purple this time around because I'm saving the big 7 purple for the boss fight, if possible. But remember, if you do 7 purples, we get 5 power up on everything that is purple. Because we have the ego gift that does that thing. Entangled Fate, that was the name. I think it was the name, Entangled Fate.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기 죄가 넘.
1, 2, 3,
나머지 녀석들도 쳐야 한다.
4, 5, 6. Save that attack. Not use your attack, actually. Detective, use your ability.
저 부숴줄 테다.
장부를 펼칠 것도 없겠고.
쳐다보기.
그럼 끝이다.
So crazy to see 800 damage go up like that. 1, 2, and coin power now.
모자란 피를 채우자고.
Is coin power down in the skill tree, right? I don't remember now. Guess we're gonna see that tomorrow. I think I'm gonna officialize the rules. I'm gonna think this over through today and tomorrow. Officialize the rules of the following dungeons until we reach 90 to... I feel like I walk too much on my word. I promise one thing, and then I don't deliver it. And I want to stop doing that because I'm starting out on streaming and learning and doing things. And time is always an issue and all that. But sometimes you can't keep up a promise.
13조
Yeah,
이상의
there's
맞추기는
plus
그게 체격이지.
point power boost. What?
장부를 읽고 있어.
Darga has had a vengeance mark. That's right. Kind of fucked up. For vengeance. Stamp of vengeance. Chain of loyalty. Complete and total extermination. Save that for the next turn. Watch a 555. We could change this to a 6. And go in attack so we don't use our 7 resonance yet.
부숴줄 테다.
쳐다보기. 우리는 멋있는 거 안 나가지고.
Stamp it down! Had some counters lined up, but Ophield is just taking out the trash. Very nice. Boss time. Bow before the master of the kingdom, brother. What? You were looking the other way.
72조 사망 디행 사야.
Okie
미확인된
dokie.
강화 실수로
Stamp
중재를 위협.
vengeance. Something like this. Counter. Complete observation. This and this. That is a 7 resonance. That is 5 flower for everyone. 61! Yeah! Could go way, way higher than this.
놀기. 틀렸다.
장난이 길었군. 난
당신도 꽂혀보세요. 누군가에게 저주받는 기분이 어떤 것인지.
차! 긋기! 그렇지. 이거 공감 맞지? 바로 그거다. 리셋. 발렛 브레이크 슬램.
Let's Slim Jab.
절만한
Right?
것들.
He's doing his thing, and it's unclashable. Does not get staggered, and it's his turn after using the skill. If he uses it after he uses, he staggers us. All right. Oh well. What can I do? Oh well. We can't even counter it. That sucks because he ends up immediately after using it. So let's just have him let him have his fun. Nothing we can do. But you are hitting everyone. That means everyone is getting angry at you. Everybody is angry at you now. That is not good news for you. That is not good news at all for you.
어디까지?
Rocket.
손은 크게 뜨고 잘 봐라.
1,000 damage. Bullseye.
불사이군.
얼마나지?
거창을 새겨주지.
메인 이벤트 한번
All right, last turn for you, Cassetti.
집합해서 저것부터 처리해.
Go ahead and hit me. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
불에 더 키워.
Well, 2,000 damage, but it's not the achievement. The achievement is doing 20,000 damage. That requires a very specific and broken setup, which I'm going to attempt at some point. Probably with Callisto Honglu and, you know, going extreme floor with all the gifts. Alright, let's say goodbye to Cassetti.
좀 많이. 뜨거울 거다.
And Cassetti is gone. And the stream is over. Agevar, would you recommend a middle team? Yes, yes I would. It is a great team. We're not going to the extreme, sorry. I am running out of time. I do have to work in the morning.
어때 딸? 엄마밖에 없지?
51%. More than Heathcliff. Incredible. Was not even a race even. She dealt half the damage for the whole team. That's how busted his idea is, and rightfully so. Matthias is a bit of a beast. So would I recommend the middle team? Yes, yes I would. Even without the broken IDs like Ricardo Cliff and Matthias Otias, it is an incredibly powerful team. It's an incredibly fun team to play as well, because it is a team that punishes the enemy by you know, for winning. If they hit you, you get to hit them back. Kind of like how I like playing the, what's it called? The Kurokumo clan, which I haven't played in a hot minute. But anyway, we have books to read, and we shall read the book. So, let me, just give me a moment to go to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna leave Limbus running for a little bit. I'm gonna go to the bathroom just a moment. If you're here for gameplay, we are done. Floor 10 complete. No blessings, no nothing. They are incredibly busted, as we know. We are going to start reading now Crime and Punishment again. streams are going to continue as usual, like I, vented this entire stream. So buckle up for that. But I need to go to the bathroom. We'll start in just a moment. So if you are here for gameplay, like I said, it's time to go. There's no more gameplay. There's only going to be reading now. And yeah, be right back. All right. We are back. We are ready to go. Water has been acquired. Book is ready to read. Shall we begin? Here we go. Should be good. Looks good. All right. I'm going to be muting Limbus now because that's the point of the here. There we go. All right, here we go. Last time on Crime and Punishment, Raskolnikov, who found Marmeladov, the drunk he had met before, on the road after he got run over by horses in a carriage. He carried him home and asked for a medic. The medic said he's gonna die. Called the priest. Everyone was sad, and he gave the last of his money to the wife of Marmeladov. And now he went back home after going to Razumikin to meet him. Razumikin is a little drunk, so he took him home together. And on his home, he found his wife, dumbass that I am, his mother and his sister. As you recall, his sister was going to marry a rich guy that works for the government. And they said he was a very cool guy and he's going to help us and that's it. But Raskolnikov saw through him. He is not all that good. And so now they are going to meet and talk. So here we go. Chapter 1 of Part 3. Raskolnikov got up and sat down on the sofa. He waved his hand weakly at Razumikin to cut short the flow of warm and innocent consolations he was addressing to his mother and sister. Took them both by the hand and for a minute or two gazed from one to the other without speaking. His mother was alarmed by his expression. It revealed an agonizingly poignant emotion. At the same time, something immobile, almost insane. Pulcheria Alexandrovna began to cry. Avdotia Romanovna was pale. Her hand trembled in her brother's. "Go home with him," he said in a broken voice, pointing to Razumikin. "Goodbye until tomorrow. Tomorrow everything... Is it long since you arrived?" "This evening, Rodia," answered Pulcheria Alexandrovna. "The train was awfully late, but Rodia, nothing would induce me to leave you now. I will spend the night here, near you." "Don't torture me," he said with a gesture of irritation. "I will stay with him," cried Razumikin. "I won't leave him for a moment. Damn all my visitors. Let them rage to their heart's content. My uncle will keep an eye on them." "Oh, how can I thank you?" Pulcheria Alexandrovna was beginning, once more pressing Razumikin's hands. But Raskolnikov interrupted her again. "I can't have it. I can't have it," he repeated irritably. "Don't worry me. Enough. Go away. I can't stand it." "Come, Mama. Come out of the room at least for a minute," Dunya whispered in dismay. "We are distressing him. That's obvious." "Can't I look at him after 3 years?" wept Pulcheria Alexandrovna. "Hold on." He stopped them again. "If you keep interrupting me and my ideas get muddled, have you seen Luzin?" "No, Rodia, but he already knows about our arrival. We have heard, Rodia, that Peter Petrovich was kind enough to visit you today," Pulcheria Alexandrovna added somewhat timidly. "Yes, he was so kind, Dunya. I promised Luzin I'd throw him downstairs and told him to go to hell." "Rodia, what are you saying? Surely you don't mean to tell us..." Pulcheria Alexandrovna began in alarm, but she stopped, looking at Dunya. Avdotya Romanova was looking attentively at her brother, waiting for what would come next. Both of them had heard of the quarrel from Nastasia, so far as she had succeeded in understanding and reporting it, and were in painful perplexity and suspense. Dunya, Raskolnikov continued with an effort, I don't want that marriage, so at the first opportunity tomorrow, you must refuse losing, so we will never hear his name again. Good heavens, cried Pulcheria Alexandrovna. Brother, think what you're saying. Avdotya Romanova began impetuously, but immediately checked herself. You're not fit to talk right now. Perhaps you are tired, she added gently. You think I'm delirious? No, you're marrying losing for my sake, but I won't accept the sacrifice. And so, write a letter before tomorrow to refuse him. Let me read it in the morning, and that will be the end of it. Oh, I can't do that, the girl cried, offended. What right do you have? Dunya, you are rushing things. Be quiet. Tomorrow... Dunya, you're rushing things. Be quiet. Tomorrow, don't you see? The mother interposed in dismay. We'd better go. Ah, he is raving, Razumikin cried drunkenly. Or how would he dare? Tomorrow all this nonsense will be over. Today he certainly did drive him away. That's true, and losing got angry too. He made speeches here, wanted to show off his learning, and went out crestfallen. Then it is true, cried Pulcheria Alexandrovna. Goodbye until tomorrow, brother, said Dunya compassionately. Let us go, mother. Goodbye, Rhodia. Do you hear, sister? He repeated after them, making a last effort. I am not delirious. This marriage is scandalous. Let me be mean, but you must... One is enough, and though I am mean, I wouldn't own such a sister. It's me or losing. Now go now. Oh, but you are out of your mind, despot, roared Razumikin. But Raskolnikov did, and perhaps could not answer. He lay down on the sofa and turned to the wall, utterly exhausted. Avdotya Romanovna looked with interest at the Razumikin. Her black eyes flashed. Razumikin stared at her glance. Pulcheria Alexandrovna stood overwhelmed. Nothing would induce me to go, she whispered in despair to Razumikin. I will stay somewhere here, escort Dunya home. You spoil everything. Oh, you spoil everything, Razumikin answered in the same whisper, losing patience. Come out onto the stairs. Anyway, Nastasia, get us the light, I'm telling you. He went on in a half-whisper on the stairs. That he was almost beating the doctor and me this afternoon. Do you understand? Even the doctor. Even he gave way and left him, so as not to irritate him. I remained downstairs on guard, but he dressed at once and slipped off. And he will slip off again if you irritate him at this time of night, and will do himself harm. What are you saying? And Avdotya Romanovna can't possibly be left in those lodgings without you. Just think where you're staying. That blackguard Peter Petrovich couldn't find you a better lodgings. But, you know, I've had a little to drink, and that's what makes me swear. Don't pay any attention. But I'll go to the landlady here, Pulcheria Alexandrovna insisted. I'll ask her to find some corner for Dunya and me for the night. I can't live in like that. I can't. This conversation took place on the landing right in front of the landlady's door. Nastasia lighted then from a step below. Razumikin was extraordinarily excited. Half an hour earlier, while he was bringing Raskolnikov home, he had indeed talked too freely. But he was aware of it himself, and his head was clear in spite of the vast quantities of drink which he had consumed. Now he was in a state of bordering on ecstasy, and all that he had drunk seemed to fly to his head with redoubled effect. He stood with two ladies, seizing both of their hands, persuading them and reasoning through his plans with astonishing clarity, and at almost every word he uttered, probably to emphasize his arguments, he squeezed their hands painfully, as if in a vice. He stared at Avdotya Romanovna without the least regard for good manners. They sometimes pulled their hands out of his range, huge bony paws, but far from noticing what was the matter, he drew them closer towards him. If they told him to jump ahead foremost from the staircase, he would have done it without a thought or hesitation in their service, though Pulcheria Alexandrovna felt that the young man was really too eccentric and pinched her hand too much. In her anxiety over her Rhodia, she looked on his presence and providential, and was unwilling to notice all his peculiarities. But through Avdotya Romanovna shared her anxiety, and was not of timorous disposition, she could not see the glowing light in his eyes, without wonder and almost alarm. It was only the unbounded confidence inspired by Nastasia's account of her brother's strange friend which prevented her from trying to run away from him and persuading her mother to do the same. She realized, too, that even running away was perhaps impossible now. 10 minutes later, however, she was considerably reassured. It was characteristic of Razumiki that he showed his true nature at once, whatever mood he might be in, so that people quickly saw the sort of man they had to deal with. "You can't go to the landlady, that's perfect nonsense," he cried. "If you stay, though, you are his mother, you drive him into a frenzy, and then God knows what will happen. Listen, I'll tell you what I'll do. Nastasia will stay with him now, and I'll walk you both home. But you can't be in the streets alone. Petersburg is an awful place in that respect, but no matter. Then I'll run straight back here, and a quarter of an hour later, on my word of honor, I will bring news of how he is, whether he's asleep, and all that. Then listen. Then I'll run home in an instant. I've got a lot of friends there, all drunk. I'll fetch Zosimov. That's the doctor who is looking after him. He's there too, but he's not drunk. He's not drunk. He's never drunk. I'll drag him to Rhodia, and then to you, so you get reports within the hour. From the doctor, you understand? From the doctor himself. That's a very different thing from my account of him. If there's anything wrong, I swear I'll bring you there myself. Bring you here myself, but if it's all right, you go to bed. And I'll spend the night here, in the passage. You won't hear me. And I'll tell Zosimov to sleep at the landlady's, to be at hand, which is better for him, you or the doctor. So, come home then. But the landlady is out of the question. It's all right for me, but it's out of the question for you. She wouldn't take you because she's a fool. She'd be jealous on my account of Avdotya Romanovna. And you too, if you want to know of Avdotya Romanovna. Certainly, she is an absolutely inexplicable character. But I am a fool too. No matter, come along. Do you trust me? Come on, do you trust me or not? Let go, mother, said Avdotya Romanovna. He will certainly do what he has promised. He has saved Rhodia already, and if the doctor really will agree to spend the night here, what could be better? You see, you understand me, because you are an angel, Razumiki cried in ecstasy. Let us go, Nastasia. Fly upstairs and sit with him with a light. I'll come in a quarter of an hour. Though Pulcheria Alexandrovna was not entirely convinced, she made no further resistance. Razumiki gave an arm to each of them and took them down the stairs. It still made her uneasy, although he was competent and good-natured. Was he capable of carrying out his promise? He seemed to be in such a state. You think I'm in such a state? Razumiki broke in upon her thoughts, guessing then, as he rolled along the pavement with huge steps, such that the two ladies could hardly keep up with him. Fact he did not observe, however. Nonsense! That is, I am drunk like a fool, but that's not it. I am not drunk from wine. It's seeing you that has turned my head. But don't mind me. Don't take any notice. I'm talking nonsense. I'm not worthy of you. I am utterly unworthy of you. The minute I've taken you home, I'll pour a couple of bucketfuls of water over my head in the gutter here, and then I shall be all right. If only you knew how I love you both. Don't laugh, and don't be angry. You can be angry with anyone, but not with me. I'm his friend, and therefore I am your friend too. I want to be. I had a presentiment last year. There was a moment, though it wasn't presentiment really, for you seem to have fallen from heaven, and I expect I shan't sleep all night. Zosimov was afraid a little time ago that he would go mad. That's why he must be irritated. What do you say? Did the doctor really say that? Asked Avdotya Romanovna, alarmed. Yes, but it's not so. Not a bit of it. He gave him some medicine, a powder. I saw it. And then you're coming here. It would have been better if you had come tomorrow. The good thing we went away. And in an hour, Zosimov himself will tell you everything. He isn't drunk, and I shan't be drunk. And what made me get so tight? Because they got me in an argument. Damn them. I swore never to argue. They talk such trash. I almost started a fight. I've left my uncle to keep an eye over them. Would you believe they insist on complete absence of individualism and that's just what they relish? Not to be themselves, to be unlike themselves as they can. That's why they regard as the highest point of progress. If only their nonsense were their own. But as it is... Listen, Pulcheria Alexandrovna interrupted timidly, but if only added fuel to the flames. What do you think? Shouted Razumiki louder than ever. You think I'm attacking them for talking nonsense? Not a bit. I like them to talk nonsense. That's one's privilege over all creation. Through error you come to the truth. I am a man because I err. You never reach any truth without making 14 mistakes, and very likely 114, and a fine thing too in its way. But we can't even make mistakes on our own account. Talk nonsense, but talk your own nonsense, and I'll kiss you for it. To go wrong in your own way is better than to go right in someone else's. In the first case, you're a human being. In the second, you're no better than a bird. Truth won't escape you, but life can be cramped. There have been examples, and what are we doing now? In science, development, thought, invention, ideals, aims, liberalism, judgment, experience, and everything. We are still in the preparatory class at school. We prefer to live on other people's ideas, is what we're used to. I am right. Am I right? Cried Razumiki, pressing and shaking the two ladies' hands. Oh, mercy, I do not know, cried poor Pulcheria Alexandrovna. Yes, though I don't agree with you about everything, added Avdotia Romanovna earnestly, and at once cried out because he squeezed her hand so painfully. Yes, you say yes. Well, after that, he cried in a transport. You are a fount of goodness, purity, and sense, and perfection. Give me your hand. You give me yours, too. I want to kiss your hand here at once, on my knees. And he fell on his knees on the pavement, fortunately at that time deserted. Leave off, I beg you. What are you doing? Pulcheria Alexandrovna cried, greatly distressed. Get up, said Dunya, laughing, though she too was upset. Not for anything until you let me kiss your hands. That's it, enough. I get up and we'll go on. I am a luckless fool. I am unworthy of you, and I'm drunk. And I'm very ashamed. I'm not worthy to love you, but to pay homage to you is the duty of every man who is not a perfect beast. I've paid homage. Here are your lodgings. And for that alone, Rhodia was right in driving your Peter Petrovich away. How dare he? How dare he put you in such lodgings? It's a scandal. Do you know the sort of people they take in here? And you, his betrothed. You are his betrothed. Yes, well then, I'll tell you, your fiancé is a scoundrel. Excuse me, Mr. Razumiki. You are forgetting, Pulcheria Alexandrovna was beginning. Yes, you're right. I did forget myself. I am ashamed of it. Razumiki made haste to apologize. But you can't be angry with me for speaking like that. I am speaking sincerely and not because... that would be disgraceful. In fact, not because I'm in... Well, anyway, I won't say why. I daren't. But we all saw today when he came in that man is not of our sort. Not because he had his hair curled at the barber's, not because he was in such a hurry to show off his intelligence, but because he is a spy, a speculator, because he is a cheapskate and a moron. That's obvious. Don't you think he's clever? No, he's a fool, a fool. And is he a match for you? Good heavens, do you see, ladies? He stopped suddenly on the way upstairs to their rooms. Though all my friends there are drunk, yet they're all honest, and though we do talk a lot of trash, and I do too, yet we shall talk our way to the truth at last, for we are on the right path. While Peter Petrovich is not on the right path. Though I've been calling him all sorts of names just now, I do respect them all. Though I don't respect Zametov. I like him because he's a puppy, and that ox Zosimov because he is an honest man and knows his work. But enough, it's all said and forgiven. Is it forgiven? Well then, let's go on. I know this corridor. I've been here. There was a scandal here at number 3. Where are you here? Which number 8? Well, lock yourselves in for the night, and then don't let anybody in. In a quarter of an hour, I'll come back with news, and half an hour later, I'll bring Zosimov. You'll see. Goodbye. I'll run. Good heavens, Dunya, what is going to happen? Said Pulcheria Alexandrovna, addressing her daughter with anxiety and dismay. Don't worry yourself, mother, said Dunya, taking off her hat and cape. God has sent this man to help us. Even though he has come from a drinking party, I'm sure we can depend on him, and everything he's done for Rhodia. Dunya, goodness knows whether he will come. How could I bring myself to leave Rhodia? How different I had thought our meeting would be. How sullen he was. It was as if he wasn't pleased to see us. Tears came into her eyes. No, it's not that, mother. You didn't see. You were crying all the time. He is suffering from a serious illness. That's the reason. That illness. What will happen? What will happen? And the way he talked to you, Dunya, said the mother, looking timidly at her daughter, trying to read her thoughts, and already half consoled by the fact that Dunya was standing up for her brother, which meant that she had already forgiven him. I'm sure he will have a different opinion about the whole thing tomorrow, she added, probing her father. And I am sure that he will say the same tomorrow about that, Avdotia Romanovna said finally. And of course, there was no going beyond that, for this was a point which Pulcheria Alexandrovna was afraid to discuss. Dunya went up and kissed her mother. The latter warmly embraced her without speaking. Then she sat down to wait anxiously for Razumiking's return, timidly watching her daughter, who walked up and down the room with her arms folded, lost in thought. This walking up and down when she was thinking was a habit of Avdotia Romanovna, and the mother was always afraid to break in on her daughter's mood at such moments. Razumikin, of course, was ridiculous in his sudden drunken infatuation for Avdotia Romanovna. Yet part of his eccentric condition, many people would have thought it justified if they have seen Avdotia Romanovna, especially at that moment when she was walking to and fro with her arms folded, pensive and melancholy. Avdotia Romanovna was remarkably good-looking. She was tall, striking, well-proportioned, strong, and self-reliant. The latter quality was apparent in every gesture, though it did not in the least detract from the grace and softness of her movements. In her face, she resembled her brother, but she might be described as really beautiful. Her hair was dark brown, a little lighter than her brother's. Theirs was a proud light in her almost black eyes, and yet at times a look of extraordinary kindness. She was pale, but it was a healthy pallor. Her face was radiant with freshness and vigor. Her mouth was rather small. The full red lower lip projected a little, as did her chin. It was the only irregularity in her beautiful face, but it gave it a peculiarly individual and almost haughty expression. Her face was always more serious and thoughtful than gay, but how well smiles, how well youthful, light-hearted, irresponsible laughter suited her face. It was natural enough that a warm, open, simple-hearted, honest giant like Razumikin, who had never seen anyone like her, and was not quite sober at the time, should lose his head immediately. Besides, as chance would have it, he saw Dunya for the first time, transfigured by her love for her brother and her joy at meeting him. Afterwards, he saw her lower lip quiver with indignation at her brother's insolent, cruel, and ungrateful words, and his fate was sealed. He had spoken the truth, moreover, when he blurted out in the drunken talk on the stairs that Praskovia Pavlovna, Raskolnikov's eccentric landlady, would be jealous of Pucheria Alexandrovna, as well as Avdotia Romanovna, on his account. Although Pucheria Alexandrovna was 43, her face still retained traces of her former beauty. She looked much younger than her age, in fact, which is almost always the case with women who retain serenity of spirit, sensitiveness, and pure sincere warmth of heart into old age. We may add in parentheses that to preserve all this is the only means of retaining beauty into old age. Her hair had begun to grow gray and thin. There had long been little crow's foot wrinkles around her eyes. Her cheeks were hollow and sunken from anxiety and grief, and yet it was a handsome face. She was Dunya over again, 20 years older, but without the projecting underlip. Pucheria Alexandrovna was emotional, but not sentimental, timid and yielding, but only to a certain point. She could give way and accept a great deal, even of what was contrary to her convictions. But there was a certain barrier fixed by honesty, principle, and the deepest convictions which nothing would induce her to cross. Exactly 20 minutes after Razumikin's departure, there came two subdued but hurried knocks at the door. He had come back. "I won't come in, I haven't got the time," he said after he opened the door. "He's sleeping like a baby, soundly, quietly, and God grant he may sleep 10 hours. Nastasia is with him. I told her not to leave until I came. Now I'm fetching Zosimov, he will tell you what's going on, and then you better get some rest. I can see you are too tired to do anything." And he ran off down to the corridor. "What a competent and devoted young man," Pucheria Alexandrovna overjoyed. "He seems wonderful," Avdotia Romanovna replied with some warmth, resuming her walk up and down the room. It was nearly an hour later when they heard footsteps in the corridor and another knock on the door. Both women waited this time, completely relying on Razumikin's promise. He actually had succeeded in bringing Zosimov. Zosimov had agreed at once to desert the drinking party to go to Raskolnikov's, but he came reluctantly and with greatest suspicion to see the ladies, mistrusting Razumikin in his exhilarated condition. But his vanity was at once reassured and flattered. He saw that they were really depending on his expert opinion. He stayed just 10 minutes, and spoke with real sympathy, but with the reserve and extreme seriousness of a young doctor at an important consultation. He did not utter a word on any other subject, and did not display the slightest desire to enter into more personal relations with the two ladies. Taking note of Avdotia Romanovna's dazzling beauty, he endeavored not to notice her at all during his visit, and addressed himself solely to Pucheria Alexandrovna. All this gave him an extraordinary inward satisfaction. He said he thought that the invalid's condition was currently satisfactory. According to his observation, the patient's illness was due partly to his unfortunate material circumstances during the last few months, but it also had a moral origin. Was, so to speak, the product of several material and moral influences, anxieties, apprehensions, troubles, certain ideas, and so on. Noticing stealthily that Avdotya Romanovna was following his words with close attention, Zosimov allowed himself to enlarge on this theme. When Pucheria Alexandrovna anxiously and timidly inquired about some suspicion of insanity, he replied with a composed and candid smile that his words had been exaggerated. That certainly the patient had some fixed idea, something approaching a monomania. He, Zosimov, was now studying this interesting branch of medicine, but that it must be recalled that until today the patient had been in delirium, and that no doubt the presence of his family would have a favorable effect on his recovery and distract his mind. If only all fresh shocks can be avoided, he added significantly. Then he got up, took leave with an impressive and friendly bow, while blessings, warm gratitude, and requests were showered upon him, and Avdotya Romanovna spontaneously offered her hand to him. He went out, exceedingly pleased with his visit, and still more so with himself. We'll talk tomorrow, go to bed at once, Razumik said in conclusion, following Zosimov out. I'll be with you tomorrow morning as early as possible with my report. That's a fetching little girl, Avdotya Romanovna, remarked Zosimov, almost licking his lips as they both came out in the street. Fetching? You said fetching, roared Razumik, and he flew at Zosimov and seized him by the throat. If you dare, do you understand? Do you understand? He shouted, shaking him by the collar and squeezing him against her. Do you hear? Oh, let me go, you drunken devil, said Zosimov, struggling. And when he had let him go, he stared at him and went off into a sudden fit of laughter. Razumik stood facing him in a gloomy and earnest reflection. Of course, I'm not an idiot, he observed, somber as a storm cloud. But still, you are another. No, my friend, not another at all. I am not dreaming of any such stupidity. They walked along in silence, and only when they were close to Raskolnikov's lodgings, Razumik broke the silence in considerable anxiety. Listen, he said, you're a wonderful person, but among your other failings, you play loose and dirty too. You're a feeble, nervous wretch, a mass of caprice, you're getting fat and lazy and can't deny yourself anything, which is dirty because it leads you on straight into dirt. You've let yourself get so slack that I don't know how you manage to be a good, even a devoted doctor. A doctor, sleep on a feather bed and get up at night for your patients. In another 3 or 4 years, you won't even get up for your patients, but damn it, that's not the point. You're going to spend tonight in the landlady's apartment here. I had my work cut out persuading her, and I'll be in the kitchen, so here's a chance for you to get to know her better. It's not what you think, but there's not a trace of anything like that, my friend. But I don't think. Here you have modesty, brothers. Silence, bashfulness, a savage virtue. And yet she's sighing and melting like wax. Simply melting. Save me from her. But by all that's unholy, she's so overwhelming. I'll repay you. I'll do anything. Zosimov laughed more violently than ever. Well, you're a Smippin. Well, what am I to do with her? Oh, it won't be much trouble, I assure you. Take any rot you like to her. As long as you sit by her and talk, you're a doctor too. Try curing her of something. I swear you won't regret it. She has a piano, and you know, I strum a little. I have a song there, a genuine Russian one. I shed hot tears. She likes the genuine article, and well, it all began with that song. Now you're a regular performer, a master, a Rubinstein. I assure you won't regret it. But have you made her some promise? Something signed? A promise of marriage, perhaps? Oh, nothing, absolutely nothing of the kind. Besides, she's not like that at all. Chebarov tried that. Well, then drop her. But I can't drop her like that. Why can't you? Well, I can't. That's all about it. There's an element of attraction here, brother. Then why have you fascinated her? I haven't fascinated her. Perhaps I was fascinated myself in my idiocy, but she won't care whether it's you or I, so long as somebody sits beside her sighing. I can explain, my friend. Look here. You're good at mathematics, and working at it now. Start teaching her integral calculus. I swear I'm not joking. I'm serious. It'll be all the same to her. She will gaze at you and sigh all year long. I talked to her once for 2 days straight about the Prussian House of Lords. You've got to talk about something. You just sigh and sweat it. And you can't talk about love. She gets shy around hysterics. But just let her see that you can't tear yourself away. That's enough. It's really quite comfortable. You feel at home pretty quick. And you can read, sit, lie about, write. You can even try a kiss if you're careful. But what do I want with her? Don't you understand? You are made for each other. I often been reminded of you. You come to it in the end, so does it matter whether it's sooner or later? There's the featherbed element here, brother. Not only that, there's an attraction here. Here you have the end of the world, an anchorage, a quiet haven, the navel of the earth, the three fishes that are the foundation of the world, the essence of pancakes, of fish pies, of the evening samovar, of soft sighs and warm shawls, and hot stoves to sleep on, as snug as though you were dead. And yet you're alive, the adventures of both at once. Well, damn it, brother, what nonsense I'm talking. It's bedtime. Listen, I sometimes wake up at night, so I'll go in and look at him. But there's no need, it's all right. Don't worry, if you like, you might just look in once, but if you notice any delirium or fever, wake me. But there can't be. So, that is the end of chapter 1 for part 3 of Crime and Punishment. It's just Razumiki ranting on about Raskolnikov's sister and his mother, how pretty they both are, and how smitten he was with her. In any case, that is it for today's stream. I ranted a lot on today's stream, so I apologize for it. Not my proudest moment, but I am worried about the channel because daily MDs are getting a little stale. I will continue then, of course, until we can organize ourselves a little better, and I'm gonna set down some ground rules so that we can continue doing them and all that good stuff. But for today, that is it. Today's stream took a little longer than I expected. 4-hour stream, goddammit. So that is it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, please recommend it to your friends. And if you did not, recommend it to your enemies. Thank you once again and again, so much for being present. Sweet kisses, and goodbye. Oh, and don't forget to leave a like, a comment, a subscribe, a follow on Twitch, a follow on Twitter. I post stuff there sometimes. That's it for today. Bye-bye. Mwah. Love you all.